Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay, I have one. Do you see all the names?
Let's try them. Let's still try.
See myself. All right, give me a second. Hello? How about now? I can hear myself. Can you hear me? Okay, now we're good. All right. Well, okay, this one's not my fault. This was the internet. Let's blame the internet. Happy Thursday. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around. Thank you for coming out. If you're new here, what I do is I unbox some toys every week, and I get to sit down with a friend and just talk about this awesome hobby. And it's a lot of fun. You know, people join in the chat, talk about new toys, look at new action figures. So that's gonna be fun. And this is episode 85. So I think people are enjoying it, and I hope to do it more. So I hope if you're new here, you can stick around, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and you'll see when we go live every week. And a lot of cool content coming on the channel as well. A lot of cool toys to be opened and things to look at. So, you know, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and I appreciate you. Thank you. So feel free to comment, subscribe, share on your social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, that we're live now and we're ready to go. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I just realized how zipped up this is because I'm freezing. But no Boba Fett spoilers, please, because it just came out today. But if you want to talk about it, well, it came out yesterday. But if you want to talk about it, Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, I'll be back on here. And of course on twitch.tv/toyingaround. And we'll be doing the Book of Boba T for chapter 4 with Yoko, Paul, and Ernie. So, you know, again, more cool content to enjoy and to share with everyone. So please subscribe. And, you know, happy to have you here, channel members, everyone. And tonight's guest is a reviewer and collector that I'm pretty sure you know. And if not, then please go follow his social media. You can see his information in the links below. This is MCUCollector24. Bryant. Yo.
Hey, everyone.
Now I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Is my mic on? Mic is on. Can anybody else hear me? Let me know in the comments, guys.
MCU?
Nobody's saying anything. Maybe they can't hear me.
Can people hear you?
Can hear both of you. Yeah. Yeah, they can hear both of us. You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
What is happening?
We'll make it up as
Brian,
we go.
I can't hear you. I'm going to fix that. But please, if people don't know you, please introduce yourself.
So I
and just wave with your arms when you're done.
Just wave. Yeah, just wave. I need to learn sign language for you. He can't hear me, but so I am MCUCollector24 or MCU Bryant. I have a YouTube channel. You guys may subscribe to me on YouTube or follow me on Instagram, wherever it is. But that is me. I think I see a lot of recognizable names in the comments. That Force Grumps, he's kind of a big deal. I'm a bit of a big deal. Let's be honest here, guys. Right? Right. Broke the internet. I'm literally nobody. Yes.
You broke my internet. I can hear you now, though.
Can you hear me? We're good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool, man. Thanks for coming by. What did you say to people? Oh, your YouTube channel? And
YouTube,
Instagram?
yeah, YouTube, Instagram would be the biggest things. Twitter, I don't do Twitter much. If anybody is on Twitter, I tweet a bit, but not a whole lot. But mainly YouTube and Instagram.
Awesome. And what kind of stuff are you into collecting? Not just MCU, apparently.
No, primarily MCU for sure, but I collect a few other things. So I'm all in on Marvel Legends. So comic figures, MCU figures, I'm all in. Everything. 100% complete. I collect all G.I. Joe Classified series and all Power Rangers Lightning collection as well. So those three lines I'm into 100%. I also collect the MCU Spiderman figures, whether they're import figures or whatever. I'll collect those too. I have some Marvel Hot Wheels that I'm kind of getting out of, and I'll stick to probably the MCU character cars, and that's it. And then other random MCU type stuff like steelbooks and things like that.
I have a bunch of Marvel Hot Wheels. I should just send them to you. Do you remember the day when there weren't like 8 to 10 Marvel Legends waves in a year, and there were little breaks in between? And what happened was, during those breaks, these years ago, I was like, well, I gotta buy something. What do I buy? So I started looking at Hot Wheels. I'm like, oh, these are cool. And then now I have a bunch, and they've never been opened. I'm like,
yeah,
that was a huge impulse buy.
I never opened mine either, and I have like 2 or 3 like large Costco sized totes full of them.
What don't you have large totes full of? Because I saw recently you remodeled or reorganized your display.
Yeah, well, it's not even that I reorganized. It's just like when you review stuff, if there's a lot of figures coming out at one time, do I have the will to put figures away immediately after reviewing it? No, hell no, right? There's so many figures and so many things. There's only so much time in the day where if I'm done with reviewing a figure, I'll take the SD card out of the camera, go to the computer and start working on it. And then it's like, at that time, for me, it's usually like midnight, 1 o'clock. So I'm like done. So after a while, I had a massive amount of figures that needed to be put away. I'm like 200 figures maybe. So I had to put those into the display somehow, work them in. And that's how a lot of that happened. And I end up with a bunch of extra stuff and too much stuff. And it's crazy.
It seems to be a common theme with a lot of people lately, the last few weeks. Is it the New Year's thing? People are like, resolutions and other things that are going to fail. Let's see. There's a lot of people here in the chat. The chat is popping.
Tuesday crew. I see you guys all representing.
Yeah, we have AZ Toy Hunters Guild, he got the new NECA Raphael Universal Monsters, I believe. So AZ has a lot of new toys.
Yesterday. So
nice.
It would be kind of down in that area. Nothing up here yet, at least not that I know of.
And we have some channel members here. We have Bearded Builds.
Where's Mario?
The chat's going crazy. I can't even pin my own message because it just blew up to the top. Thank you, everyone in the chat. We have Bearded Builds, Loki. I just want to say hi to some people real quick. And thank you for coming out to open some toys with me, with Bryant, this way. If you're watching on Instagram, at the same time, post a picture on Instagram, unbox some toys, tag me. I love to see that stuff. And thank you for everyone who shared in their stories that we're going live today. Gets the word out there, and it helps a lot. So thank you. We have 1/6 Shooter, Paul Morales. What's going on? MCU Collectors in the house. Legendary Poser. Plastic Predicaments. I am Micah. Norn Radicals. Nodnar. Toyrensu. Courtney. What's going on? the Skyward Initiative. Hey, a lot of new names tonight. Welcome. And thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoy. We're going to do this every week. David V, Johnny Number Cinco, welcome. Tony Collector 10, my friend Paul is here. You saw him troll me earlier. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for that. Gonzo, what's going on? He's got the knives and the butter sticks. Team up, crossover. So thank you for coming through. We have Jason Lowe, Adam Van Wickler. Okay, it's going to get weird now that Adam's here.
A little bit.
A little bit. Mick Butter Golem. Papa Schmitty, welcome to Adam's One Chat. And then now this is the section where everyone's making fun of my technical difficulties. Grumps and the Tuesday crew, welcome. Rick Jones. Damn it. That is correct. Wade is in the house. What's going on? He only comes by when famous people like you are the guest.
Super not famous. That's weird. That's weird to think.
Billy Moon, welcome. He got his armored Spider-Man. Super happy for that, dude.
Yeah. As soon as I sent him the link to Target, it had gotten in stock like for a quick second. I'm like, damn it. But then Dorkside got it like on Monday, I think. And Monday or Tuesday or whenever it was. And I sent him the link. I'm like, please, like, and he wasn't looking at it. I'm like, damn, what the hell is taking Billy so long? It's in stock. He's got to get it now. And then I'll like put it in the group. I'm like, does anybody have his phone number? I was ready to call and be like, dude, what are you doing? Order right now. But he did.
You were going to call someone?
I was going to call Billy if anybody had his number. Yeah, I was going to call him and say, dude, Armored Spider-Man in stock. Get it. But luckily, eventually he saw the message. I'm sure I wasn't the only one. He did get it ordered. So, yeah.
I love that in this day and age, it's like the hesitation to call somebody. Does this warrant a phone call?
Oh, yeah.
Aren't they reading their message?
Yeah, emergency situations. Other than that, it's text message only.
Yeah, toys in stock. Yeah. Kirby Kai is here. Toy Chase, thanks for hopping in. Matt Logic 44, and you're gonna have to fill me in on a lot of your inside jokes.
A lot of my inside jokes.
Yeah, with you and Adam.
Do we have a lot of inside jokes? Count Adam? Our count's going to have to invade Canada. He
says, I'm ignoring Kevin anyway. There you go.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Count
wait.
Adam.
I think we have do we have beef, Wade? I don't remember. Can't keep track.
Wade has beef with everybody.
His name is Weed now? Weed. It's that the Jamaican Wade? Weed. All right. I can't catch up to this chat, but I do appreciate everyone just bombarding the comments. Thank you so much. Yes, I am not the best YouTuber, nor have I ever claimed to be more than once.
Points?
Wait, that's the wrong... There we go. Paul, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Says to ease the pain of being trolled because of your opening technical difficulties. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat. I do feel a lot better. Says YouTube forever. Fetchonies. If you are a Star Wars fan and you haven't seen last week's episode with Ernie and Paul just going nuts about Boba Fett's underpants, I posted a clip of it for people to watch if they don't want to watch the whole recap of the episode, but man, it was ridiculous. Paul was in tears, and we were just throwing stupid ideas out, making each other laugh and going crazy. So go check that out. But yes, let's get to some toys. It's Unboxing Thursday. I don't know about you, but you know, it's been a long week, and sometimes I just want to get on and relax and open some toys. I hope everyone else is as well. What are you opening?
I have like this huge stack of Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures that I just haven't gotten to reviewing. And I don't get a whole lot of views on them anyway, so I may not even review them. I may get to it later. I'm not even sure. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Power Rangers figures that I have not opened yet. And then I got my Valaverse order today, finally. So I have my Steel Brigade figure. If I can get away from the glare. And then I got the Swarm gear set with no Swarm Trooper because by the time I ordered, it had sold out. So no Swarm Trooper. But I got the accessory pack, so that's kind of cool. So eventually I'll get it. I have a pre-order in with Big Bad Toy Store, and then I got some muzzle flares. So I am pretty excited about this one. I watched Wade's review of it, and he sold me on it. So points to Wade. If that counts, does Wade get points? Wade gets points. Points to Wade.
We'll see. I'll bring it up to the committee if he's eligible for points.
And then yeah, but so many Power Rangers figures. Like I have the metallic armors. I have SPD A Squad pink. I have In Space pink. I have Zeo yellow, SPD A Squad yellow, and the metallic Rangers. So lots and lots of Power Rangers. Sweet.
Do you just not have time to also do Power Ranger stuff?
It's kind of a combination of things. Like in October, I went very heavy. September, October, I went very heavy into doing so many reviews because so many figures were coming out. October had 31 days. I uploaded 34, 35 videos in October. So yeah, and then I kind of had this little health thing, so that slowed me down a bit. I was working through it in October, and then November I kind of paced myself a little bit. If I get tired from work, I'm not. A lot of times I'm just like, you know what, I'm not going to do a video today. Whereas before I'd be like, I'm going to do a video every single day, and I just haven't quite gotten there. And then sometimes figures come in, more figures come in, more figures come in, things take priority. And so then you end up with a stack of Power Rangers figures. But again, people don't watch my Power Rangers reviews as much. So there's not as much motivation to get those videos out. But like with the Legends stuff, like I'll be doing a video tonight. I didn't do one last night. My kids were with me. But I'll be doing another video tonight of the Retro Spider-Man wave. I have the Doctor Strange wave coming any day now. So then I'm going to review those. So Legends, I'll put more effort into. The other lines, not as much.
I think it's all, the name is MCU Collector. It brings a certain crowd to your subscribers, your viewers. So I think it makes sense. The majority of that would be like more interested in Marvel stuff. I'm not saying there's no crossover, but that's why I think like, oh yeah, the numbers don't really match up.
That's for sure. Especially since I started my channel with Legends. That's how I started. So it kind of really stuck with me, and that's my audience knows me more so for Marvel Legends. And let's be honest, Marvel Legends is the most popular action figure line out there, right? I mean, you can't. I don't think you can argue that. Like as cool as Black Series is, I still think Marvel Legends has it over all the other toy lines.
I think if we were to have that debate, you would be one of the people on that debate team to make some arguments. I mean, you have everything. You get a lot of stuff first. You recently picked up a lot of awesome figures this week, actually.
Yeah, all of the Retro Spider-Man figures. I got all 6. Yeah, I got lucky. I found 3 of them came from one single store between 2 different days, and then the other ones, one at one store, one at another one. So it's like 4 stores. I got all 6 of them.
Do you think there's a lot of comments about Marvel Legends? Plasty says, what's up, Plasty? He says, greatest line Hasbro has made. Rick Jones says Marvel Legends is better than Black Series. Is it just like how they present their things?
There's room for debate on a lot of stuff, but I think some of there's more Marvel Legends figures than any other line. So, that plays a big factor in it, I think. Mm-hmm. Character selection, I think, is a little bit better. But it's tricky when you think of like G.I. Joe or Star Wars because there can be a lot of army builders. So there's no real connection to a specific character there, right? You just have the army building potential with that. But like when I look at Black Series, they have some really good figures, but it seems to me that lately they've been taking some shortcuts on some stuff. So a lot of repaints, which I don't necessarily mind, but they do it a lot. Single jointed elbows, it seems like across the board now, whereas before it used to always be double jointed elbows. So when I look at that, I'm like, well, why are they going backwards, right? You should be adding articulation instead of taking away.
Strange.
Yeah, so things like that. It seems that the Marvel Legends team, they make improvements. It took a long time, right? It's not like they were constantly making improvements. Things were getting better and whatnot, but going pinless, new body molds coming out, all those things. So it's a gradual improvement over time. So for those reasons and character selection, everything, I think Marvel wins it. Plus, when you factor in MCU, MCU is huge. So
right.
I think it's more popular than Star Wars at this point. Yeah, and I don't want to piss off a lot of people in there, but the Star Wars movies, the sequel trilogy wasn't as popular as maybe others would have hoped. Whereas the Marvel movies, the MCU, I still think there's an overwhelming majority of people that still enjoy all the movies and TV shows or whatever.
I think that's a very good point. Marvel Legends receiving not the benefits, but they obviously have the association to make MCU, and when those movies do well, people want merch for it. When Star Wars doesn't do well, I mean, did we get anything for the last movie?
There was one figure technically, right? In Black Series, was it only one? No, there was a couple. I'm thinking
there isn't much to go with.
After they changed the packaging, we've only gotten one Last Jedi figure, and that was the dark side Rey, right? But I think when the movie came out, there were a handful of figures, not very many, but a handful.
And then now it's the popularity of the Mandalorian and maybe Boba Fett. That is up for debate.
That's up for big debate. I mean, that's a big debate. The show's okay. It's definitely not my favorite. I won't talk about the latest episode, but yeah, I was hoping for a lot more out of Book of Boba Fett than what we're getting.
Well, as a huge Marvel Legends collector, there was some news today. I don't generally do like, hey, look at all the cool stuff that came out this week. A lot of people do that really well, and that's cool. But it seems it would be silly not to talk about it as a huge Marvel Legends collector being on here. There's the new.
Oh yeah, the Iron Spider figure.
Iron Spider. Is it a reveal if they technically announced it before?
I don't know that I'd call it a reveal. I'd call it a showcase or a feature, first look, first review. But I guess
he did a full review too.
Yeah. So I wouldn't call it a reveal, but first look, first reveal, first look, first review, not a reveal, since we actually saw a full picture of it before. But I think that was even a digital render.
I think it was. It's hard for like some Asians to distinguish between review and review, because like the Fabier relatives that I have, it sounds the same. They'd be like review and review. It's the same thing. So I have trouble between the two.
I would have to ask my mom, because my mom, she was born in Korea, so she speaks Korean. So there's been a lot of things that she says and I don't quite understand what she had said. I think she's gotten better now because been in the country for 40 years or whatever. But yeah, there's some times where she'll say something like, "What?"
I still mess it up. Like, oh, this is a review. But what do you think of this now that it's prototype showcase?
It's an awesome figure. I can't wait to get it. I only saw a little bit of D Amazing's review. But I'm very excited for it. Pinless, that's going to be the first pinless Spider-Man figure. Well, Armored Spider-Man was pinless too. So does that count? But anyway, pinless, so that's really cool. The Iron Spider armor I really really like, but I'm gonna be honest here. The three Waldos, and that's it's accurate to the Civil War comic book and stuff. I've never been a big fan of the three Waldos. Like I don't understand why there's only three. Should be four, but
I couldn't
know
figure
in
it out.
comics. In the comics, it was three. I know that, but it's just weird to me seeing.
I was out of comics. I've been out of comics for a little bit, and I'm trying to get more. And I think when there's new figures for characters I don't really know, it's cool because it gets me to read more comics, like the Captain from Next Wave. What the hell's Next Wave? I was out. So when I'm watching this review and Darius has the information because he's got all that stuff in there, God Tier Enabler has all that information. I'm sitting there trying to figure out why. I don't know. Can somebody explain why there's only 3 arms? Because it's a spider.
So when I read the Civil War comic, that was actually the first full storyline comic I read. So it was awesome, by the way, because I didn't grow up reading comic books. My exposure was through the animated series and then through whatever movies were there at the time, whatever interests I may pick up kind of along the way. But the comics, the Civil War comic was the first full storyline that I read. I got the trade book and I read it, and it was awesome. I read some of the tie-ins, the Captain America tie-in, the Iron Man tie-in. And the Iron Man tie-in was one of the best comics I've read. I really, really enjoyed it. But it doesn't say why there was only 3, at least not that I remember, why there were only 3 and not 4.
And why were they named Waldos?
I don't know either. Yeah, I have no idea.
Looks like there's a lot of backstory.
There's a really awesome art of Iron Spider where he's using the 3 Waldos to stand himself up on like the Captain America shield.
Right.
4 probably would have looked funny, but so 3 it looks awesome. I don't know if maybe that's kind of part of it. Stylistically, does 3 look better versus 4? Maybe 4 just makes sense for appendages, plus his 4, 8 like a spider. But what do I know?
Yeah. Come on, chat. Why is Waldo? But hey, you can't argue. This is a huge improvement from what's the last one? Is it Spider-Man Classics?
God,
that used to have this one.
Yeah, I might even still have one of those. There were 2 versions. There was the red and gold, and then there was a translucent one. And I might have the translucent one. I'd have to look back at my detail. I have so many figures I can't even remember, but I might still have that, and it is kind of bad.
Yeah, Wade, I was thinking the same thing. Like, they wouldn't count the head as an arm. But that's the only thing I could think of. I don't know. Somebody who knows. I mean, when you look at the back piece, it's 3 specific holes for the Waldos to go through. Somebody's got to know. Oh, Adam, I can't. I'm not going to put your comment up. This guy. All right. Speaking of the amazing, that leads into what I'm opening this week. My desk is a mess. 2 phones. All right. Who said Kev's not Mexican? Was that Loki? I almost spat my coffee out. You jerk. This is the SH Figuarts Integrated Suit Spiderman.
That's a good one.
I've been itching to open this all week just because I've been looking at it for 3 weeks ish to try and get it.
Long?
What's that?
That long?
I got it earlier this week.
Oh, okay. I was going to say 3 weeks. Didn't it just come out?
No, I wanted to order it because I saw it's a really good price, right? Isn't it like 35 or
yeah, it was after DHL shipping from to me it was $49.60. And like half of that was shipping cost.
Yeah, but DHL just teleports it to America, so it's kind of worth it, right?
Yeah, you know what? DHL it slowed down a bit. It used to be like stupid fast. I'm talking like 36-hour turnaround, something like that, something crazy. Like I'll get a shipment notification one night, and then it won't be here the next day, but the day after it'll be here. Like ridiculously fast, but it takes a little bit longer. It comes into LA now, and takes longer than when it went into Cincinnati and then would come out here. So it's kind of weird.
I don't know where Cincinnati is, but it's not California, so I'm assuming that makes more sense.
It's like Midwest. Cincinnati, that's Ohio. That's close to Canada, isn't it? Is it? I think so.
I don't know. Cincinnati, let me know.
Somebody's got to be from Ohio here.
So I did a trade buy with The Amazing, and he's like, "Do you have any Kamen Rider?" I said, "No, not really. I knew what it was growing up, but I never kept watching the show or kept up with the series, bought any toys." And he's like, "Here, enjoy the gift of Kamen Rider." So he sent me a Kamen Rider Black. I think that's what it's called.
I have no idea.
I don't know either, but
I don't even know what Kamen Rider is. I see people talk about it, but I have no idea what it is. Wasn't one of those in Power Rangers one of the seasons? Turbo, I think. Right?
Yeah. Are you just Power Rangers, or are you like Sentai, everything before that?
Just Power Rangers. Like, I don't understand any of the other stuff. And I know it's probably more interesting because there's more story and lore and everything that goes along with it, but I don't do subtitles, so no go for me.
You don't want to read
I
them?
don't want to read. No, I don't want to read subtitles. Like my kids, like, oh, let's watch this anime. And it's like, well, I really want to wait for the dubbed. Like Demon Slayer. Every week, my son's like, let's watch the new episode. I'm like, that's cool. I don't want to read the new episode. I want to watch it and listen, but I don't want to read. But I end up watching it with them every Sunday anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the kids. Do it for the kids, man.
For them, but they don't watch or care about Sentai at all. Or Kamen Rider.
I think Sentai would be better because it's not like chopped up scenes to fit a new story that they make and just try to make it really like, I don't know, like scrapbook, cut and paste from here and there to make a show. Although we never noticed it as children.
Well, yeah, when you're 7 years old, it didn't matter. It was the coolest thing ever. I can't watch Mighty Morphin now. It's a little cringy for me now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back then it was the coolest thing ever.
Absolutely.
I definitely can't watch it now. Although I did go back. So Power Rangers in Space was what they did: Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, and then In Space. So it was the fourth iteration of Power Rangers, whatever season that ended up being. That was actually pretty good. It's, looking back
In Space
on
is
it,
fantastic.
In Space is awesome. Yeah. So if anybody hasn't seen In Space, put it on, watch it, have it go in the background. I think you'll enjoy it. But prior to that, it was really hard to watch.
Do you just watch stuff in the background, which also makes it difficult to watch something that's subtitled? That's my issue.
No, not always. But sometimes that'll help get you into it yet. Oh, I see Loki's asked, Bryant, have you seen The Godfather yet? I have not. I still have not seen The Godfather. But it's some things, like if I don't have a real interest in it, I might put it on the background. Something might catch my eye and then build up interest that way. But if I'm dedicated to watching something, we'll sit down and we'll watch it. I try a lot of the shows and things that I watch. I try to watch with the kids to really get them. That way, it's like our time together. We see all the nerdy movies. We see all those together. The TV shows, whatever. We do all that together. Except Peacemaker, I won't. I'm thinking, it's probably not a good idea to have them watch that.
That doesn't sound like a kid's show.
It's definitely not.
Smooth like butter.
Hey, Wade, have a good night.
Thank you for the super chat, Wade. He says, peace, y'all. Keep up the good work. Everyone have a safe night. Hey, man, thanks for coming by. Let me give you one of these.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Dan Yoon said, Brian, come on, The Godfather, bro. I know, I haven't had a chance.
It's been like how many decades? You haven't had a chance, dude?
I've been busy with buying a bunch of Marvel Legends this week, so I haven't had a chance to watch Godfather.
So you're blaming Dan, is what you're saying?
Partly, yeah. It's a team. It's a whole team behind Marvel Legends, so they all equally get the blame.
Dan and Ryan responsible for MCU Collector not watching Godfather.
There's
me
a lot
headline.
of there's a lot of old movies I haven't seen though. I mean, Godfather's just one of them, but it's I have a hard time going back and watching older movies. It's tough for me to do that. You know, if there's a lot of new movies I want to watch, there's a lot of things to do. There's only so much time in a day, in a week, to go back and watch some of these older movies. Now, some of them I'll go back and I'll try, but some of them, if I just don't have, if that just interest isn't there, I just don't make the time. So I know everyone says it's good, but I just haven't gone back in.
What about Lord of the Rings?
Fantastic movies, all of them.
But the scenes when they're talking in Elven talk and there's subtitles, do you like turn away?
Oh yeah, because it's only
subtitles?
it's only portions of the movie. It's not the whole thing. So if an episode of anime, whatever the anime is, it's the whole thing. And I'm like, man, do I really want to do the whole 30 minutes of nothing but reading? Yeah. Especially because like we usually would watch like at night. So if I'm getting off of work, you know, we do dinner or whatever and stuff. It's like, do I really want to stand and have to read through this? So if I can avoid it, I will. But you know, my son will usually get me into it.
When I was younger, and I used to download movies. Don't download movies illegally, children. But when I have before, and internet wasn't as fast or limited, you know, I'd select the files to download from the movie. I'm like, I don't need subtitle files. First of all, I'm saving like 49 kilobytes, so I don't know what the hell I was doing. But I'm like, I'll uncheck all these extra files. I'll just get the main movie, extended cut of Lord of the Rings, and there's extended scenes that's just not in English. But I don't have the subtitle file, so I'm just watching these guys talk, and I'm like, I've made a huge mistake. So don't do that.
Yeah, see, that's like with anime, and I don't want to see something really cool be going on in the scene, and then you have to read along, and I'm just like fixated on what's going on. Maybe I'm not paying as much attention to what the subtitles are saying, and I don't want to miss it. Or if something's going on, I get like an email or something that I need to check out. It's like, oh, well, I missed whatever the dialogue was. You know, that sucks too.
New toy news, and you're like, what did he say?
Exactly. Oh, something went in stock. Like, you know, I have to look, and then I missed it. What happened? Yeah, it happens.
Do you use subtitles for Narcos? Is that for me?
Do you? I don't watch Narco.
Or for Bryant?
Netflix. I don't watch.
I don't need the subtitles for Narcos on Netflix. My Spanish is good.
Yeah, I have no idea. I know un poquito español. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school. And I don't remember. I hardly remember anything.
All right,
my grandparents, because my dad's Portuguese, so you know I'm half Portuguese. I picked up quite a bit of Portuguese during those years, but yeah, I don't remember a whole lot of Spanish.
Dang. All right. Well, I think we should get to opening some of your Power Rangers.
I opened one. Here's the SPD
When?
Squad.
What?
Ranger. You had opened your Spider-Man, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just open this one real quick.
Chat, did you see him open anything?
To be fair, right? The camera's only, you know.
There was no noise. There was no noise.
Oh, yeah. I was like, man, the crinkling plastic, I put it all down here to open it so it wouldn't distract.
What a professional. What a professional.
I'm thinking of the audience. Do they want that loud ass plastic?
They do. This is toy unboxing ASMR.
Oh, I'm gonna need.
I had so much stuff to open, and then these things come in, and I'm like, I want to get to this first, and that's how the pile starts piling up.
I know you've been waiting on that Spider-Man because the other day you said it was taking all your strength to not open it.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it that day when it arrived, because Darius doesn't wait to open stuff either. And then whenever the first time I asked him to come on, he's like, I open everything right away. So I'm like, okay, great. So I'm like, in the spirit of who sent this to me, should I open this first? But man, do you get into these lines too?
For MCU Spider-Man, I do. So I have all of the Figuarts releases, Mayfex.
Damn.
Yeah, that's it. So just for Spider-Man, I won't get, you know, Mayfex X-Men figures or anything like that. Strictly just MCU Spider-Man.
Was it just, you said you weren't really into the comics and stuff. Was it just the animated series that got you into?
It was the animated series that got me into it. So, you know, I can't remember which one came out. I think X-Men came out first, right? So X-Men, Spider-Man, I liked more, but I think now I can appreciate X-Men more than I can Spider-Man, the animated series. But Spider-Man, the animated series, was my absolute favorite next to Batman, the animated series. But I gravitated more to the Marvel stuff because I felt, you know, the movies were better and I really enjoyed the characters more. So I really grew up, you know, favoring Marvel.
It's crazy how those three cartoons, it's like animated series, X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman, was so influential. I think just people our age, like from that era, that's huge. That set people on this path.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And to, you know, all the people involved in the shows, they all did such a really good job of bringing those stories into an animated show, you know, making it so us kids, however old we were at the time. So, you know, I was 8 or 9 watching those shows to really fall in love with. Yeah.
Muted myself. But hey, that's cool because now you're like, from that, you've built this passion for collecting. You have a whole bunch of stuff. Every Marvel Legend. Do you have every modern Hasbro Marvel Legend?
Yes. So my rule when I first decided to become a completist, I had to set some rules on how I would collect.
It's
so
such a weird thing to say. I decided to be a completist.
Yeah, when I just made the decision. So I think YouTube had a lot to do with that. So when I first started YouTube, I wasn't completing everything. I wasn't keeping, you know, I would, you know, maybe build a figure and stuff, or I might sell off a figure in a wave. I wasn't keeping everything. So at some point I'm like, you know what, if I'm reviewing these figures, I might as well just review the whole wave or whatever. Or if I'm opening it to review it, why don't I just keep it instead of sell it off? So then I so I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to be a completist. You know, why not? I had to go back and get a bunch of figures, but my rule is that from the start of Infinite series in, was it 2014, I think? So from the start of Infinite series, I would make sure I have every single figure from that point. Prior to that, I might pick up a few here and there, and I have quite a few now. But prior to 2014, prior to the rebranding the Infinite series, you know, I was like, okay, I'm okay if I don't have it. But Infinite series, so that Spider-Man, Ultimate Green Goblin Build-A-Figure and the Mandroid wave Build-A-Figure, those two waves kind of came out at the same time. From those waves on, I have every Marvel Legends.
Oh, I forgot those were branded as Infinite series.
Infinite series, yeah. And then with the exception, and it kills me, I do not have the San Diego Comic-Con box set, the Doctor Strange Book of Vishanti, or the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts, I think, could be kind of prior to that, so I'd be okay. But Book of the Vishanti, I do not have, and it haunts me every day that I don't have it.
You sound like you have a very difficult life. It haunts you every day.
Yeah. Just that. Just that one box set. That's the only thing that haunts me every day.
Are you actively looking for this thing?
No, because it's just too expensive now.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I won't find it cheap. I would not find it under probably $400.
For the Book of Vishanti.
Book of the Vishanti. And it's got Magic in it, which got a re-release at Walgreens. It's got a comic Hella, which goes for crazy money by itself. There is an Astral Doctor Strange. There is a Brother Voodoo.
Right.
But I think it's the Sorcerer Supreme version of him, and which, because we got a regular, you know, re-release that come out, a repaint. And then a Doctor Strange figure. So it's not like crazy thing. It's just that box set all of the figures together, it just got up there in price. And it's mainly because of Hela. And at the time, Magic was crazy expensive too. But you know, her value dipped a little bit when the Walgreens version had come out. And only a little bit.
I think at the time when it came out, it was a great box set to have because those were all pretty unique.
Yeah, and I don't know how in demand it really was, you know, in the short term, like how hard it could have been to get after, you know. But at the time, you know, I definitely wasn't as big into collecting. I think my first Comic-Con box set that I got was the Raft box set.
Oh, that's a sweet one.
Yeah, hell yeah, that Spider-Man figure. Up until the retro Spider-Man figure had come out, that Spider-Man, the Raft one, was the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man that we had.
What a time. What a time we live in, man.
Yeah.
So much awesome stuff.
How you liking that?
We have Obi-Wan Chingona's here. Figure fan Nate. Another channel member just hopped in. Thank you for coming through. Maximilian Studios. Maximilian is the coolest name. Even in short form, Max. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming through.
You remember that show Mighty Max? I don't know if it was up there, but there was a show called Mighty Max, right? Wasn't that kid's name Maximilian?
Probably. Did he have those small toys? The playset? Is that what Mighty Max is?
No. What was that? No, there may have been. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember now.
It's like Polly Pocket, but for boys. It's like a little, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Mighty Max
face or something, and it opens up.
I don't think I had any of the toys. Just watched the show.
Mighty Max with a stupid red hat. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I don't remember. There was a talking fowl, right? Some kind of bird.
Talking fowl.
Yeah, he said he was a fowl, but they always called him a chicken or something, I think. Oh, Papa Schmitty says that was Mighty Max. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think I had some of those toys.
Okay, so yeah, I remember the cartoon. I think his name was Maximilian, wasn't it?
Was that what the original thing we were talking about was? I just love the tangent. It just automatically goes to toys, whatever we talk about. Oh, is that the thing with this action figure or this brand of toy?
That's where our minds go. That's where our memories are.
I know. Nobody else's brain works like this. Just like regular people, I don't know how their brains work.
Yeah.
What do they think about when they watch movies? What do normal people think about when they watch movies? Do they think they just enjoy the plot?
Right. They're thinking, when does Batman show up in Avengers?
I'm like, how do I get toy this? What toy company would be the best at making this toy? And the next thing you know, I miss the subtitle, what it says.
See? So dubbed, you wouldn't have that problem.
I watch a lot of stuff with subs on because the kids are asleep and I don't know when there are like explosions and loud noises. So I watch it with subtitles on. My problem is I can just read the one sentence in a split second and it ruins the whole delivery of the line when you hear it.
Yeah, see?
And no matter how much, like, how do you stop your eyes from looking only at the top part of the screen and ignore the subtitles? So I find myself watching with my eyes like this, just looking at the top. And it's not enjoyable, but it's happens.
Easy. You just do something like this. And then you can only read whatever portion of the subtitle is.
Do they have special glasses that just block the bottom?
Subtitle glasses. Invent it. That would be the new thing.
They're like, or turn it off. Plasty says, Kevin, does that Spider-Man have a port on the back? It does.
Does it?
I believe. Because this thing looks like it opens.
Damn, I don't even know where mine is right now.
And I think so because it has this little plastic pluggy thing.
Oh, I guess it does. Oh, I guess that'd work with a stand or something, right?
So you can put Waldos from another figure.
You know what's funny is the Hot Toys of the integrated suit comes with the Waldos, but he didn't have them in the movie, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Wait, no, that's not true. On the bridge fight.
No, but that was the Iron Spider suit. Because remember, that was at the beginning of the movie.
Correct.
So we
Yes,
wouldn't have
you're
had
right.
the integrated suit yet.
He had not been integrated yet.
Correct.
I mean, but what is it? 35? You said you paid 49 after everything.
$49.60
hands?
after shipping. Yeah, DHL
Six.
shipping too, so it's not cheap.
Yeah, and 2 web lines. I don't know what this is.
That came with all the other ones, but I think you use that to swap out the eyes.
This doesn't have swappable eyes. Maybe it's to lift the back hole.
Could be.
Yeah. And I lose this in 3, 2. I'm not gonna do it. Nuts to that. But this is priced at like those Dragon Ball figures that are 35. I keep saying 35. It's like 3,500 yen in that ballpark in my head.
Yeah, it's about right. I think Target has every now and then there's a Goku figure for $30 or 35 or something.
And it's that introductory give me a little taste price.
Yeah. And then
Saying it.
And then I think the the black and gold, the Inside Out suit that by Figuarts, I think is the Inside Out suit. I think that thing is going to be $50, 50 or $60, because I think the total for the figure was as much as I paid for that one shipped, or it might be even a little bit higher. So that one's going to be, $50 to $60 plus whatever shipping is going to be to get it over here. But it's still cheaper than ordering through like Big Bad Toy Store.
People in the chat say that the tool is for lifting the eyes out. And it does look like they come out, but I don't have extra eyes. So maybe I'd have to buy another one.
Tamashii Nations just included it anyway. I don't know.
See, that's what I mean. That's the introductory price.
That's how they get you, huh?
It's 35, and I'll give you this feature, but you have to buy another figure to get it. And yeah, I think the inside, I'm going to call it Inside Out suit from now on. Inside Out suit, I think costs more. And it
costs a lot.
Does it have the bicep swivel?
I don't know. But that one, they included the Doctor Strange portal with that one now.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's like a plastic film, and it's just, got it printed on there. I don't think it's like a hunk of plastic or anything like that. So, in my opinion, doesn't justify the increase in price. But it might come with a stand. I really don't remember all that it comes with.
I'm not a huge fan of how these shoulder joints look. They're very disconnected.
Yeah, but aren't all the Figuarts figures like that?
I don't do Figuarts often. But in the Spider-Man hype and at this price point, I'm like, let's do it. I think it works because it's so posable. You can, like, you wouldn't buy an SHF, and I don't want anyone to feel like they're attacked if you do, but if you buy an SHF, you might not be doing a vanilla pose all the time. Like you'd be doing something crazy, which would hide a gap like this of some sort.
Unless you're me and just keep it vanilla posed.
Well, I have directly insulted the guest.
No, because I don't know how to pose figures. That's not news to anybody. I can't do what D Amazing does or any of the awesome photographers that are out there. I just can't do it. I don't have the skills to do it. Now, I can do a halfway decent job at simply replicating a pose that somebody has already done, or a scene from the MCU. I might be able to replicate that, but I can't off the top of my head just figure out how a person's supposed to look in a pose.
What made you, or what inspired you to start doing reviews?
Probably, what got me started into it? I was kind of heavy into the collecting. I was getting there at least. And so I just thought kind of like, why not? You know, I'm getting some figures early. It seems like California is a pretty good place to be a collector. So I was like, you know what? Why not try my hand at it? And some of my early videos were terrible. God. But there seemed to be, you know, a little bit of a following early on. Some people seem to enjoy it. And, you know, I'll still get every now and then some people that say, hey, you know, I was there from the beginning, been a subscriber that long to see how far it's come now. It's pretty awesome. So, you know, hearing those things, I'm like, wow, you know, it was a really good decision to do something like that. You know, I wanted something that was kind of fun in addition to the collecting and just having a figure standing up right there. What else could I do? Well, maybe I could review it. You know,
That's cool. And what year was that?
hey, 2017, maybe 2018, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. There was a comment I saw that was really good question. Where was it? Obi-Wan Chingones asked, hey, toying around MCU, both of you are big time collectors. Do you keep an inventory of your collection or even a tally? Just wondering. It's easy when you're completist because then you know everything you've got. But with Marvel Legends, I do have a spreadsheet where I keep track of how many, because if I have multiples of a figure, I would put 2, and it keeps a running total of how many Marvel Legends figures I have. My website, I actually have that spreadsheet. It's probably not, it hasn't been updated in a while, but it helps keep track of how many Legends I have. But Power Rangers, Lightning, and G.I. Joe, if you get one of each and you're completist, you know you got one of each one of those, however many have released.
That's crazy.
That's how I do it. I don't know, what about you?
I don't keep any sort of lists or inventory. It's all in here. You know, what I have, where it is, did I sell it? I think lately I've been selling more, which is starting to mix things up. But I think in general, I think I remember most of the stuff that I have. I'm rarely making the mistake of buying something that I didn't know I already had. But who knows? Maybe with older age, that might change. Plasty says I have to push the eyes in from the inside of the head. Yeah, but I don't need to do that now. Like, why would I lose one eye?
Well, that one doesn't even come with extras, right? So
it doesn't come with extras. I don't have any other SHF Spiderman, so I don't have any eyes to switch. Graphitoy says, first time here? What's up? Hey, thanks for coming by.
Yes, thanks for tuning in.
One other... Torrensu says, did he have those wristlets in the movies?
He did not. He did not.
I insult the guest by not using his count title.
Yes, Count Bryant. Yeah, so the Figuarts, so it's not only Legends that gets things wrong in figures. The Figuarts figure is not technically accurate with those wrist gauntlets. And neither is the Hot Toys with the Waldos.
Because like you want the stuff ready
Legends
when the film comes out, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So everyone gets mad at Legends. Oh, it's not movie accurate. Well, look at that. Figuarts isn't either. And some things they were able to go back and adjust, like the Hot Toys when the inside out suit was first revealed, it had the red on the gloves and the arms, and then they updated it, said, "Oh, we've changed it. It doesn't have the red anymore." And then I'm trying to think of Figuarts if they ever showed it with the red, and they may not have. But I know Hot Toys showed it with the red, and then they updated it.
Art with Toys is here.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
What is the count joke?
I don't know. We're just all counts.
Okay,
our official title. We are counts.
That works. Yeah. One day I was a butter baron with not that I didn't choose to be, so I could see how that works. We have Russian sex bots in the house. Yeah, I think these are cool. I just got the Sentinel Miles a few weeks back, and Are you collecting those too, or just only MCU Spider-Man?
Only specifically Tom Holland MCU Spider-Man.
So what if there are?
I don't want.
We're talking.
I don't want to
if.
think of. I don't want to think about it because I know I'll break down and I'll buy whatever else comes out. I don't want to think about it though, because I can see it now. Right? Toby and Andrew, SH Figuarts or Mayfex figures, and I'm like, shh. All right, I'll buy them. Take my money.
I mean, it's everywhere now, right? What happened in the movie?
Yeah, at this point, right? I mean, it came out over a month ago now. If you have not seen the movie by now, you're not even trying.
That's not entirely fair. Just because here everything has shut down again.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I didn't know that.
Like Bearded Bills is in the chat, and he's like, "I'm never gonna get a chance to watch this in the theaters before Disney Plus." So he hopped into the stream for Spider-Man: No Way Home. He was just like, "Whatever, I just want to hear about it," but he didn't have a chance to go watch it.
Oh man, really? That sucks. So that movie is not going to be coming out on Disney Plus for a very long time. I think
because it's still Sony.
It's still a Sony movie, but I think earlier in 2021, Disney or Sony announced that Spider-Man will become available on Disney Plus eventually. But I think Starz has the exclusive rights to air it first. So once it releases on home video, at some point Starz will get it. And then after Starz, I think Sony has a deal with Netflix, so it'll go to Netflix for a bit before it eventually goes to Disney Plus.
All of the Spider-Man movies are on Netflix right now. Is that how it is in America? Like Amazing Spider-Man, Tobey Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
I don't know. I have all the digital copies, so I just streamed those through my Movies Anywhere app already. So I'm not sure if it's on Netflix or not. I surprisingly don't watch that much Netflix for paying damn near $20 a month for it.
So who's leeching off of your account if you're still paying?
No, it's just me. Yeah, other people used to. My brother used to, but then he ended up getting his own. I'm like, well, why do I still have a damn profile for you?
All right, everyone, free profiles from MCU Collector. You should log in, hit him up, and be like, "Can I be part of your family?" Yeah, even the Garfield versions, Amazing Spider-Man. I just watched the first Amazing Spider-Man on Netflix a few weeks back here in Canada.
That was the first time you saw it?
Teams. No. I rewatched it after the movie. I was
going to say, I mean, not that they're the greatest Spider-Man movies, but you had to have at least watched.
After, like, those movies came out, and I didn't really think much about it. Like, they were enjoyable. Yeah. But after No Way Home, you kind of analyze it more. And looking back, it's like Tobey had the killer villains. Garfield had the acting. But nobody goes to Spider-Man movie to see acting.
Yeah. Right?
You want to see fights, you want to see comic book stuff. It's like...
Well, yeah. I mean, the way I always looked at it is Tobey Maguire had the better Peter Parker. Andrew had the better Spider-Man. And then in my opinion, Tom Holland has the best encompassing both. Because you watch Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, he's quipping like crazy. It's awesome. But him as Peter Parker, it wasn't, you didn't really get that nerdy vibe from him. I mean, he was smart, sure, and they incorporated that into the movies, but you don't get that nerd sense of him. And I guess Tom Holland, not so much either, but maybe a little bit. I don't know.
To me, when I was rewatching it, like Garfield had the jokes in the suit, but to me, it just seemed like it was just a suit and a guy reading lines. Like it didn't really work that well. It was him as Peter that really sold it for me. And I think that's what made it. Yeah, I think he killed it in No Way Home too. So.
Oh yeah, he absolutely did. I think him in No Way Home really brought a lot more attention. And it's funny is at the time, right? It seemed like everybody hated the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Everyone loves the suit from the second movie, of course, and rightfully so. It's the best movie Spider-Man suit. But it didn't seem like anybody really cared about him all that much or his movies.
No.
Until No Way Home. And then they're thinking like, oh, man, you really see the appreciation for him. And he had a lot of redeeming things in that movie for his character. And it was really cool to see him. But it seemed like at the time of the movie, like nobody cared. But when the Spider-Man PS4 game, when they were releasing updates and new suits, people went crazy to saying they wanted an Andrew Garfield suit, they wanted a Tobey Maguire suit, like insane. Like people were going crazy, like to Insomniac Games, like death threats and all this and that over a Spider-Man suit, and they eventually released them both. It was kind of crazy.
X-Men creators said Andrew had the toughest route. Yeah, I hear that. Are you a gamer?
No, I'm not a gamer, but I love the Spider-Man games.
Dude, what's the first one? PS2 or? Yeah, PS2. Since that first one. Those games have just been amazing lately.
The Amazing Spider-Man games?
Yeah. Like the free roam.
Yeah, I didn't play them. There was, I did play a little bit of the second one, I think, on Xbox when I got an Xbox 360 because the game was super cheap. Not 360, Xbox One S. I think that's what
Did they have it on Xbox? Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's Sony, I assumed.
Yeah, maybe it was PlayStation that I got it on then.
Maybe it was just PlayStation exclusive.
Well, the PS4 game was PlayStation exclusive. Man, you got me thinking about that now. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I pirated that game on PS2. Yeah, this thing is a lot of fun. And a lot of accessories.
Yeah, he's little. It's a little figure, though. Like the upgraded suit had a little bit of a bigger upper torso. Billy Moon's Dreamcast. I owned a Dreamcast years and years after it had come out. I didn't.
Was it on Dreamcast, Billy Moon? Matthew Toy says Amazing Spider-Man was on Xbox.
Yeah, see, there you go. I think the Sony exclusive stuff only happened with the PS4 game. That's when they did it.
That's when they realized they could make it like that and screw people over. Hey, Action Figgy Skinny, what's going on? Here, do a side-by-side. This is the Walmart exclusive upgraded suit.
That's a good figure.
Very poseable. I was a pirate, Gonzo, in an earlier life. Yeah, looks like a little kid next to a Marvel Legend.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, import figures are just so small. Like, same with the Mafex movie figures. They're just tiny.
Dude, back to that. SHF or Mafex does any of those older Spider-Man dudes, you have to do it. You have to do it.
I would, too. I would.
You will.
I think, technically, Mafex made an Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, right? But that was like early on, and they weren't very good looking. If I think about it, I don't think it.
I remember they were decent.
I think it had all the articulation, but for whatever reason, I think that figure just looked weird. I think they had like the sculpted web lines, like it almost looked like Tobey Maguire-esque suit design, where the web lines kind of came up, and it just looked a little odd to me. You know, if they did it now, I think they would do an amazing job, and I hope they don't do it so I don't have to buy it.
I recall they had like 2 different sets for Amazing Spider-Man. I believe it was Mafex, and one had like a fire.
Yeah, they had a fire department hat, like a massive box or something, right?
Yeah, and then some retailer was clearing them out a few months ago, I think before the movie came out, and then I'm just like, shoot, who had it?
Oh man. Yeah, I hope they don't make new ones.
I had the Marvel Legend. I think it was a Marvel Legend. Amazing. No, it was a Walmart exclusive Spider-Man with the Andrew Garfield head, backpack, skateboard.
Yep.
And I remember selling that to my friend. I was hoping to get it back.
That's actually a semi-decent figure for the time.
For when it came out, that unmasked head was incredible.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. But now, but to today's standards, no.
Do you think that the Legends tease of a backpack is that?
No, I think have you seen the rumor list?
I have.
So I think something that's on that list, I think, is what we have coming. So I do. Unfortunately,
rumor list isn't bad.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. I'm what? Well, there's like two lists out there right now, and one that has a grouping of figures, and there was one that I was curious about that I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense. Why would we get that? But I don't think it's part of that wave necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
So there were some confusing things, and I'm wondering about one that is not on that list anywhere. I'm thinking, well, why wouldn't that one be on there? And I'm trying to be vague on purpose. So I don't really know what to make of it. Not until we get an official announcement by Hasbro that I will see and comment on and everything. But it'll be interesting.
All right, what do you got there?
Here is the SPD A Squad Yellow Ranger. And this one looks
the A Squad.
these are all the same. They're just different colors.
I think each one of those are a different retailer exclusive.
Yeah,
but
to
it's
make it
just
even more of a pain in the ass. Green was exclusive to Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow and red are fan channel exclusives. Pink was exclusive to GameStop. Blue came in the 2-pack of the B Squad Blue Ranger.
Dude, when I first saw that it was multiple retailers, I'm like, I don't need this. I just blocked that information from my brain. I've seen the pink one at GameStop Canada, and I'm like, I can't do it. A Squad they were in for one episode. So
was it only one episode? No.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
A Squad.
At least a couple. No, just one.
No. From the beginning of the season, A Squad disappeared. That's why B Squad got called up, and they formed that team. And then I think the last episode, maybe the second last episode, maybe it's a 2-parter. A Squad comes back, but they're evil, and then that's it. That's the end of the series. Pretty sure that's the end of the series.
Yeah, see, I have not gotten to SPD.
Yeah.
I hear lots of good things, and we have a crazy amount of SPD figures. That's gonna it has to be the next team to get completed, because I think it's really close, right?
SPD?
SPD, yeah.
I have one.
We have all the A Squad. We have the Omega Ranger. We have the Shadow Ranger from Wave 1, and pink, green, blue, red. That's 4 of the Rangers. I don't even know which color is left. A Squad pink, B Squad pink. No, we have B Squad pink. B Squad yellow. We don't have.
I'm looking all over the place. I'm so lost.
Yeah, no B Squad yellow.
Non-Power Rangers people.
A Squad yellow right now.
Non-Power Rangers people watching us talk right now. Like, what are these idiots? It's just like A Squad yellow. We're just doing some sort of test, online test.
Greg Fenstead is asking, what Power Rangers team and what single figure do you really want made? The team I care most about is Mighty Morphin, and then next to Mighty Morphin is In Space. In Space is now completed. Mighty Morphin is complete. Zeo will be complete for me when I get the pink 2-pack. So all the teams that I've wanted are made. I would like to see Lost Galaxy get finished up, though. So I'd be excited to see Lost Galaxy. As far as any particular figure to get made, just bring on some more villains. Probably
Hell
Babu
yeah.
and Squat, though. If we're getting Finster, we got Rita, we got Goldar, we got Scorpina, we got Zed. We need Babu and Squat.
It has to be coming soon. Oh no. Oh, my Finster fell again.
Oh, the Finster that you have that I don't have that I ordered from China, and apparently EMS takes 8 months to arrive because there's no expected delivery date in sight for me.
I'm sorry.
I just really want that figure, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'll import it in from China, and then EMS is like not moving at all, and it's been over a month.
I think I need In Space Blue. He comes with the glider, right? Is there a single one?
Yeah, 2-pack. Oh no, not a single 2-pack with silver, Psycho Silver Ranger.
Just they really want me to buy all those before giving me the last Blue Ranger to get complete the team.
Well, I mean, you could get the one with the glider, but
That's
see,
September.
I hope they don't. Are they gonna? Yeah, but that's not really gonna come out in September. It's probably gonna release 2 weeks in Canada. Are we? I
sense a little bitterness.
Yeah, because you guys get everything first. I have my Doctor Strange wave is on the way, and I ordered it from Toy Snowman in Canada.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh, Billy Moon. I know he did the super chat, but he says they should make Alien Rangers. Yes, they should make Alien Rangers. That would be cool.
Please let me give Billy Moon the sound effect that he deserves and not go out of order.
Excited.
A little decorum, please.
Smooth like butter.
Billy Moon, thank you for the super chat. And for the first time reading this, he says they should make Alien Rangers. I think they can make a lot of stuff. They can make a lot of the comic stuff too. The Boom stuff. There's a lot of really cool designs in there. And man, what's going on right now?
Are you reading it?
Eltarian War? Yeah, your current story right now. A lot of cool stuff.
Very cool. I hear good things, but I don't have time to read any comics. I'll catch up on like big storylines and stuff. I'll watch a YouTube video on it, but yeah, I just can't get time to watch all that.
Action Figgy Skinny says we need 3 more. This is for SPD, I believe, because he says Orange Ranger, which is Cat Max, I believe.
Cat Ranger.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's getting there. It's pretty close because all of A Squad, most of B Squad, it's getting there.
So you're already getting a lot of the retro Spider-Man wave, like Winger Lose pointed out. He's like, Brian, Canada always gets stuff first? I'm going to read this in how I think Winger Lose is typing it. Canada hasn't even gotten the retro Spidey wave. Shout out to Winger Lose, who is the toy detective. He's finding all the pre-order links, Amazon, GameStop, all that stuff, sending it to me. Thank you.
He gets a lot of the Amazon, the US Amazon links too, because he'll send them to me before I even have some. Yeah, shout out to Winger Lose. Good guy.
So you're sending them to America too, Winger Lose? Okay.
He gets all the American links. He'll have them sometimes before me. I'm like, how do you do it? Like I don't even know how to get to a Canadian website. How do you get to the American Amazon?
It's just a regular website, dude.
Yeah, but you have to do like .ca or something, right? That's okay.
There you go. There you go.
You know what I wish? I wish we could order from Canadian websites like Walmart or GameStop Canada, but we can't.
Mm-hmm. Or Toys R Us?
Or Toys R Us especially, yeah. It'd be really cool if we could.
That wouldn't be fair, would it?
Can't you guys order from any website here?
Not every American retailer ships to Canada.
So no Target or Walmart, I take it?
Target ships to Canada. I don't know if it's everything. I haven't tried because the shipping is ridiculous. Walmart.com, I don't think they do, but I have a US shipping service, so I can try to get around that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like I don't know. I preemptively, I think I very like trigger happy pre-ordered 2 of the Walmart exclusive Doctor Strange, the comic one from .com.
From US Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't Canada, didn't it just ship out for you guys in Canada?
Like I said,
I think Troy just shared it in his story that he got a shipment notice or something.
I think it's too late to cancel. It's all good, man. Tons of stuff to enjoy.
There's too much to enjoy at one time. That's like what I hate about collecting. Like if it was spread out just a little bit more. But I know that I have a problem and I always want to hurry up and get it right away, and I don't have any time to wait. Like Doctor Strange and Retro Spider-Man are hitting at the same time. I could wait on some of them, but I don't want to.
It's tough to resist when you see it right there. Like, why wouldn't I just get it?
Exactly. Wong and America Chavez have hit target here in Northern California. SoCal got Sleepwalker and Despair already. So when I saw Wong, when I found out they were hitting stores, I went and got one. America Chavez, my buddy got one for me, so I went and got it from him. And then Toy Snowman, they got the Doctor Strange, the whole wave. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll get the 5 that I still need. They're on the way. They're on the way. I'll have him as early as tomorrow, but likely Saturday. I figure it looks pretty
That's
good.
okay. It looks awesome. I don't know what's going on in here. Are these wires or are they like muscly tendons? Can somebody let me know?
That's interesting. If those are wires, almost looks like a protocol droid type of thing, huh?
Right? It's got the Evisu logo on the chest. Was that a straight up stolen sign, or was it like a homage to Kamen Rider? Adam's just saying random Canadian things that he knows.
What Canadian things does he know? Brian Adams. Brian Adams.
I just see
Canadian?
Brian Adams. Wasn't Brian Adams canceled?
I don't know. Didn't he only have one good song?
Brian Adams? How dare you? One good song.
Maybe I only know of one song.
Yeah, but you have the retro wave, most of it already. I think you said in your review for, was it the Doctor Strange wave, that they're not doing case assortments? That's why some Targets have some characters.
So it's so weird now. So Target only. So it's not like Walmart or anything, but Target specifically, instead of receiving the assortment cases like they used to, they are now getting solid case shipments. So individual figures. And it's not the first time they did it. The first time they did it was the Monster Venom wave. But out of the 6 figures in the wave, they only carried 4 in store. 2 of them were online only. So that's why a lot of people couldn't get Phage, because Target stores didn't have it in store. Then we didn't see that again until the Shang-Chi wave, and they didn't have Death Dealer or Xialing in store. Those were online only. So it's like, well, Dan, I mean, it's cool because then when the figures come, they're in abundance. They're not hard to get. Whereas if they get one assortment case, there's only one of each or whatever. Now they're getting a full case of 8. And then people are like, oh, well, it's a peg warmer because they got it when they literally got one shipment that day. That's the same thing with the Eternals. It's the same thing, but they didn't have Sprite in store and no Kingo in store. So immediately the day they receive it, everyone cried peg warmer. Of course, if they became peg warmers, but the first day they weren't peg warmers. So Shang-Chi did it, Eternals did it, Spider-Man did it, but Spider-Man hardly hit Target at all, at least in my area. They maybe got one shipment of Miles Morales, and that was it. They didn't get all of the other figures. That was a really weird time for Target. They just did not get those figures, but they were doing individuals there, and I don't think they got them all. X-Men Age of Apocalypse, my store literally only got Cyclops, Rogue, and Magneto. Just 3 of the
What the
figures.
heck?
Exactly. And because they were getting solid case packs, they were getting 8 of 1 at a time. And of course, not everyone's going to buy that many or whatever, or they'll get multiple shipments. So then what do? They flooded. They're on clearance. People are saying, peg warmer, peg warmer, peg warmer. Well, they just didn't get all the figures. Some Targets got Sabretooth, I guess. Mine never did. So it's
So
really
now it's a
weird that they
store
did.
exclusive within a store.
Yeah, so it makes no sense. Where Walmart will continue to get the assortment, so you get one of each at a time. Hopefully, you're there and get all of them at once, or pick and choose whatever's available. But then now Target, what I was worried about is Retro Spider-Man. Oh crap! Are they going to have all 6? Or are they only going to get 4, and a couple of them be online only? To my surprise, they have gotten all 6. Just separately, individually, that way. The good thing about that is that they'll have a bunch at one time, but then also online through the Target app, it'll tell you specifically if that figure is in stock or not. And at some point, maybe you'll be able to order it for store pickup. Whereas before on an assortment, that was never an option. And I think that's why Target is doing it, is because if they want people to do more of their curbside pickup, online order, less people go into the store, then they can do that for each individual figure. So it makes sense for them, kind of. But a lot of times it could suck, and then figures could warm the pegs and then go clearance or whatever. And then Doctor Strange now, same thing. Wong has showed up, America Chavez has showed up, Southern California, Despair, and Sleepwalker. So that's 4 figures. So no Doctor Strange, no Astral Strange, no Mordo as of yet. Whether those figures come into the store yet or not, or if some are going to be online, I'm not even sure.
Are you Southern California? No, right?
Northern California.
I don't know the difference.
It's a whole other world, Southern California and Northern California. You got SoCal, you got NorCal. They are not the same.
Yeah, because you're like, I should get into reviewing because there's so many toys in abundance. But then I hear other people in other parts of California, it's like, it's bone dry. I think those are the people who live near Frankensons.
If Frankensons
Those are all scooped up.
Frankensons is definitely a problem for Southern California. Now, and this goes for anybody anywhere. Like people are like, how do you do it? How do you get figures so early? It's like sometimes you have to put in some effort. You can't just randomly stroll into a store at any time of day and be able to get a figure. It'd be wonderful if you could. And I get it. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you used to be able to do that. Well, it's 2022. It's not the same. This is how it is. It sucks. But, unless you pre-ordered it online, if you want to find it in the store, then you have to put in a little bit of the effort. So you go to a store in the morning when they open, maybe they'll have it, maybe they don't. You end up leaving empty-handed most of the time. But you have to put in the effort. When I was down in Southern California, the Spider-Man No Way Home wave hit. I found it. I got a hold of it. It can be done, but again, a little bit of effort. You can't call the stores. Well, maybe they'll have it. I'll wait a few hours after they open. I'll call 5 stores. Maybe they'll hold it for me. Maybe they won't. No, it's like if you want it, go to the store. Go try and get it.
Or drive from NorCal to SoCal. Yeah. Am I saying this right? These are all new words to me.
Yes, SoCal and NorCal.
Well, I mean, it was cool because we were in Anaheim, wherever the hell that is, and you got to drive down. Well, not you got to. I got to meet you because you and Wade drove down to DesignerCon, and it would have been cool to chill a little bit longer, but you guys had long drives.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to do that drive all in one day, like to drive down and drive back up. We've done it now a couple of times, so it's almost like the drive down to SoCal is almost a piece of cake. It's not nearly as bad as I remember it being before. But yeah, 4 to 6 hours, depending, how many stops you might make and whatnot. Like I went to Universal Studios. So the last time I went to Universal Studios. I got there insanely fast. I had a couple of stops, and I still got there in like 4.5 hours. It was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, I surprised myself, and not that I was like overly speeding in any way, but yeah, it was also the time of day. I left at like 3 in the morning. There was no traffic whatsoever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, but officer, Spider-Man No Way Home is spotted in SoCal. I gotta go now and pick it up. You gotta hunt and put in some work.
Yeah, yeah. They have to be understanding at that point, right? Like, oh, it's Spider-Man. Come on.
I want to let people know, since there are a bunch of people here right now, next week's guests, while I have your attention, is a incredible toy designer, long time in the game, Dave Cortez from Cortez Studios.
Oh, very cool.
I hope, if you're not following him right now, go follow him on IG and just watch all the amazing work that he does, that he's done in the past. Very excited to sit down and chat with him next week and look at some toys. Talk about toys. So if you're new here, go ahead, subscribe. Notifications, because you don't want to miss anything. Should be a good one. All right, what else are you opening, man?
He's done some crazy stuff.
Incredible work.
Yeah. So, you know what? Let me open. How about we do the Valaverse Action Force Steel Brigade?
I think I have one.
Oh, nice. I cheated though. I already warmed my figure up because as soon as I opened the box, I got this nice bright green paper that says, "Hey, by the way, warm up your figure with a hairdryer or in hot water."
Yeah, I did. I opened one. Well, I looked at one a few weeks ago because the store Heroes World over here had their shipment in, and he pre-warmed his up. Mine has been in the basement for a few weeks. I don't know how to tell you the temperature right now. It's like -20 Celsius. Who's got the calculator?
I have no idea what that, I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit. We're so weird in the States. We use Fahrenheit and miles per hour.
I can't do that in my head.
In inches and yeah.
Win or lose, will know.
You guys with your metric system.
You guys.
The rest of the
these
world.
Are crazy.
Steel Brigade,
most of the rest of the world.
So Steel Brigade looks fantastic. That's the reason why I ordered him. I know he's just an army builder, a troop builder. There's no specific character to him, but he has a very, very cool looking design. Like the helmet mask that he has, I think is awesome. So that's why I definitely wanted to get him. And then I want the Swarm Trooper, but because I was like going back and forth for a couple of days, like, do I want it? Do I, should I get it? Do I really want to start a new toy line? It's like, well, it's a new thing. Let me get 1 or 2. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to get the Swarm Trooper. And then it was sold out. I was like, damn it.
All right. -24 Celsius is -11 Fahrenheit.
That's cold.
Does that make sense? Panchisi says -4. I feel like you're just guessing, dude.
I don't know. It's cold. That's cold. But cold for me in Northern California is 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is above freezing. Because where I am, we don't get snow, none of that.
Isn't Northern California just colder in general year round?
Compared to like Southern California, I guess, but not really. It depends where in California you are too. So, like, up in the mountains and stuff, they're gonna get snow or whatever, but not in Modesto. I'm not getting anything.
Oh, Adam says Dave Cortez is a great get. Congrats. Looking forward to watching that. I'm looking forward to. I mean, he's been working in toys for so long. Just like the methods of creating things has changed so much.
Yeah, because he did a lot of Toy Biz figures, right?
Yeah. Why is my phone vibrating? Will you be doing an Action Force review?
I think eventually, after the Spider-Man figures and then the Doctor Strange figures, I guess I'll get to it. This is kind of weird. So some of the hands were placed in the plastic tray, whereas others were put in a little plastic bag. I don't know what that's about. I guess the right hand was in the tray, the left hand was in the bag. A left open hand was in the tray, but the right hand is in the bag. And then the holding hand, we got the right and the tray, and then the left was in the bag. So I don't know why they did that. Why wouldn't they all be in the tray or all be in the bag? I don't know. That's a little bit different.
Packaging issues, I guess.
As
long as everything works.
Yeah, the gun looks really, really cool, though.
The guns are so nice. Did you get any weapons packs?
No, I didn't. I should have. The only thing I did is I got the muzzle flares. I don't even know where I put those because it came in as a little sandwich bag.
You goofed.
Ziploc bag. Oh, so here are the muzzle flares. Came in this little sandwich bag. This was in my box.
Wait, it was
in the box like this. Yes.
Where did you buy this from? I feel like you got like a bootleg or something. Because there's no reason.
Valiverse.com. I bought them direct.
Okay.
So this plastic bag with the muzzle flares was in this sandwich bag inside my box.
Like the flare packaging looks official.
Yeah. So this was what I don't know how much this was, like $3 or whatever. Like, you know what? Why not? Add it to the shipping because shipping was pretty cool. Flat rate $8. Why not? Took a long time. To ship.
My bad.
Yeah, it took a long time to ship, and then they didn't provide a tracking number. You had to have had an account with UPS to be able to have a tracking number.
Okay, I thought you bought one of the weapons packs or the box sets, and they came with that bag. Like do they use sandwich bag from overseas? No, like this is. Yeah, that I get. That's cool. That's fine. Like he's just putting stuff together. Yeah. But dude, the weapons packs. What was it? 16 Canadian? Oh, we need to convert that again.
I think they were $12.99 for us, but I got the
value.
The Swarm gear pack, so it's got a couple guns in here. I wish I had the Swarm Trooper to go with it, but yeah, these guns look really, really cool.
What if it came with like a little frozen Ziploc sandwich bag?
Freezer bag.
Hey, all that matters is that it's a quality product, and for whatever $12.99 US, is it still on BBTS to get a pack of weapons like this?
They had.
You gotta go get it.
I just didn't order. I probably should have. But I don't do photography or anything like that. So I'm thinking, well, why do I need extra guns necessarily? These look pretty cool.
Right. None of us really need any of the shit.
That's true. That's true. You make a good point.
It's just fun. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this dude.
I think he made an appearance in Power Rangers, but it was one of those things where Saban was like, Toei did it. Oh, let's borrow a costume or let's use a clip and we're just going to throw it in. Like he had another show, Big Bad Beetleborgs, I think is what it was called. Some of those suits
alliteration
those suits ended up in, I think, Power Rangers, that Forever Red crossover event or something. So he just kind of did whatever. Right? He did whatever was the cheapest to do. He did it.
Power Rangers went into space. I believe it was the planet that Alpha was from. And
Mighty Morphin? Or
I think so. The planet where Masked Rider, which was the American version of this, it was Masked Rider. Like he went to that planet to go save them. It was the prince of something. I don't think it's the same costume, but it was the prince of some rebels, and I don't know, the Power Rangers went to help them.
Oh yeah, see, I have no idea. I don't remember all that much from Power Rangers actually.
It's all good, man, as long as you're enjoying the toys.
Yeah, the Power Rangers Lightning Collection is definitely one of my favorite lines. Look at the muzzle flare there. That's pretty cool. The muzzle flare pack, you get 3 different ones. 2 that actually will port into the barrels of the guns. Small one and a big one. And then this one, I don't know what I would use. This like kind of wraps around a barrel. I don't know what gun would do that though. Or if it does it on the kind of the same one, it kind of can wrap around, I guess. Nope, doesn't fit. So I guess I don't have the right weapon for this muzzle flare.
Yeah, Panchisi, it was a different rider, but I think that was that the only one that crossed over with Power Rangers? It was a different character or suit. I don't know what the proper verbiage is. I have that flare too, though, the one that goes on the outside of a gun.
Do you have a weapon that it works with? Because it does not work with the one that came with Steel Brigade.
I don't know. I'm just testing everything here. Nope. Nope. Maybe. Nope. But all those guns and all of this ammunition.
Ooh, I just heard a crack when I moved the neck. Is that good? Is that a bad sign?
We are about to find out.
I heated it up in warm water. I followed the instructions. I don't want this thing breaking on me.
Power Rangers crossed over with Saban's other show, Masked Rider, which used the Kamen Rider suit from Kamen Rider Black RX. That's
there was a show called Masked Rider?
Yeah, wasn't that the here version of it?
I didn't know there was a here version of it. I thought, I just had no idea.
Oh, there you go. KJ Smith. Thanks for the tip. Do you have that one?
No, I do not. This one.
Well, this is from the weapons pack.
Ones that I have.
Is it this clip this way? There we go.
Oh, nice. A removable magazine.
Yeah, man. They're almost Mezco level.
Oh, shit. Steel Brigade actually has some of the magazines in his vest. I just pulled one out.
There's also a vest accessory pack.
It doesn't even come out of the gun. Oh, it does.
It does.
I tried it earlier and it didn't. It didn't budge. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, it doesn't. But it does. That is pretty cool.
Hey, Billy Moon, have a good night.
Billy Moon. Good night, Billy. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He bought the rights to the shows.
Are incredibly detailed.
Yeah. There's a lot of hard work they put in on sculpting those guns. Voice sounds weird. They also have the Ninja Turtles. Was it In Space?
Oh, yeah.
With Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, because he had a Ninja Turtle show.
Yeah.
I don't know how many seasons that show lasted. Probably only 1 or maybe 2. I didn't even know about it because I didn't watch In Space. I was a little bit older at the time, so I wasn't watching any of those shows.
Count Bryant referring to the clips as magazines. So are these magazines?
They are magazines. You can't call them clips on YouTube. People get mad.
Oh.
The gun enthusiasts will get mad at you if you say clip.
Well, are there gun enthusiasts in Canada?
I don't know. That's a good
I'm
question.
safe. We're good. So what is the difference?
A clip holds the bullets in place inside of a magazine.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I said it like I understood. Okay, so there's the mechanism inside the magazine that
it's a clip
like feeds them and shoots them up as you pew. Okay.
Pew pew. Yeah. So yeah. But if you call it a clip, you get all the YouTube comments correcting you.
85 episodes and I finally gotten a straight answer of the difference between a magazine and a clip.
Yeah, and I only know that because I Googled it literally like 2 days ago.
For YouTube reasons?
Yeah, we were talking about it because on when I reviewed who did I review? The Cobra Officer and the Storm Shadow and Spirit. So when I reviewed those GI Joe figures, I make a conscious effort to say magazine, even though my instinct is to say clip, but I have to think about it. Say, no, it's a magazine. So people will comment saying thank you for calling it a magazine or referring to it as a magazine, because gun enthusiasts, it's important to them, and rightfully so. We have our things about our figures. Guns may be their thing, so they want to hear it all referred to correctly. So I try to make that effort after I've been corrected many times.
I think it's just like Grumps said, in 80s movies they were called clips. It's just
I think called interchangeable. Clips in like any movie, yeah, with
rap music.
Yeah, so that's what I knew him as, was a clip.
Exactly. That's where I learned everything from.
I've been
movies and rap music.
I've been politely told that it is not a clip; it is a magazine.
At least you were politely told.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't politely told. Some people, some were polite about it. I think because I think they understand. Not everyone's a gun person, and I'll openly admit in my videos, like, I have no idea what this gun is called. It's a gun. Like, I don't know what type of gun it is.
You point it at the thing you want to die. Like, that's all I know.
Yeah, and so I tell them, like, I'm not a gun guy. I don't know the name of it. You guys let me know down in the comments below. So then we go from there. But man, I cannot get this elbow to bend on this figure, and it was in hot water for a long time.
50 Cent said he got a full clip. There you go.
Oh, what? Look at that stretched out plastic. That doesn't look good.
What happened?
I don't know. It's a blue plastic, but I see some white. Look at that. What is that right there? Did I stress out the plastic a lot?
Tension?
I don't know. All I did was bend the elbow.
So do you have a full clip or a full magazine?
I don't know. A full clip in a magazine. I don't know.
I Am Micah says, I think of it as if you open a magazine, there's something inside. Clips just hold each individual bullet like an ammo belt. So
there you go.
Full magazine?
Full magazine would be, full magazine would be full of clips with bullets in them.
Is there multiple?
I don't know why. Multiple clips, right?
I'm very intrigued.
Oh, these wrists, man, the hinge on these hands.
In my head, I can only think of paintball guns where it's like, it's like a spring that pushes the paintballs up. Not when you have the top loaded thing.
See, so that's a magazine. So the clip, I guess that wouldn't have a clip then, right?
It's a spring.
It's a spring loaded, no clip.
Yoko, what's going on? She says, am I on the wrong channel? Yeah, this is Gun Talk Thursday. Can you talk about guns on Twitch, Ruh-roh? Yeah, I would go heat that again.
Yeah, I probably should. I'm going to end up breaking something. But, like, do I really have to heat it that many times? Like, I thought the thing said a small number of them. And it's literally everyone that's gotten one has said it. They've had to, right?
Well, I think to be safe, you should be a little more generous with the heat. I don't know, maybe sit on it for a few minutes while we chat and then revisit.
Maybe. See, but that's the thing. I hate that you have to do that with some things. And I know NECA is like notorious for that. Oh, what did it do?
What did it do?
I don't know what the hell happened.
Well,
why is that wrist hinge a different color? What's going on there? Did I scrape off some paint?
This is different because it's like, you know, independent, first time lined. I can understand that if there are some issues or some, you need a little workaround. But like NECA is NECA. You're making how many figures for how many years? Like, I don't think people should be buying that stuff with the worry in the back of their head that something might break out of the box.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what? For a first-time action figure line, this feels like a Hasbro figure, like a large corporation.
Yeah.
Made these. This does not feel like a cheap independent toy company whatsoever. So that is pretty damn cool. Like if I look at this, there's no way that I would think that this is an independent toy. Like this looks like an action figure that you would pick up at a store.
Yes.
It is extremely well done, despite my jokes about heating it up and issues like that. This thing is really damn good. It really is.
It's not really a joke. That's a reality of the figure. They package it in there, and you have to let people know. You can't just go in there, open it up, and go ham. Like this is part of it.
Yeah. See, I do that with Hasbro figures because I never warm them up. But it isn't terrible. Oh yeah, this thing is really nice though. Holy crap! I love the way this figure looks.
I think I've only had one Hasbro Marvel Legend break on me in this whole time of collecting.
Really? That's pretty good. I've had quite a few, actually.
1.5. The one that broke was movie Taskmaster. I moved an arm and it snapped off. The half is MODOK because I had difficulty putting it together and it stressed that part of the
is that
the head.
User error though?
Look, there's no instructions. It's very complicated.
I think I tried to put the face on. You have to take the hair off to put the face on, right? I think when I first tried it, I tried to swap the face without removing the hair, and it got old.
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently, a 6-year-old can put it together, but not me.
It happens. Yeah, this is a damn good looking figure.
It's nice. I think the only thing in recent times, it wasn't even mine. I've only seen Bug Nice, his Stealth Iron Man broke during his review. And he put up a 1-minute review because it snapped. And I think that was it. I don't know. In general, it's part of that is the confidence of buying something. Like you said, you take it out of the package, you just get to playing with it.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a new figure break on me so much. No. There was when the last early 2020 when the Black Widow figures had come out, I remember swapping some out, trying to pull the heads off, and I ended up pulling the entire neck piece off. So I've done that to 2 Black Widow figures in the same video or same 2 videos.
But movie wave?
It was the comic figures. There was that Target exclusive and the Walmart exclusive, and I forget. Right. I broke 1 or 2 of them swapping some heads out. That's why I don't swap a whole lot of heads in my reviews, because I'm not breaking my figures so people can see these head swaps that, in my opinion, don't make sense. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times I think some of these sometimes the head swaps I just don't understand why people would want to see them, because it doesn't make sense to me. But I try to do ones that people would want to see or that would make a whole lot of sense, but I won't risk breaking my figures anymore for some of them.
I really need to get my eyes checked, because twice I looked at Pancheezy's comment and I thought he wrote my mom. And then in my head, it said my mom's crotch broke. Wait, what? And then I don't know if you go back to replay, you'll see me trying to focus. My Doom's crotch broke the millisecond I opened it.
Damn. See, I've been lucky to not have problems like that where I open a figure and something breaks.
No. Same with Black Series. Although, what's breaking in a single joint?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't.
I did have recently, though, I have the White Vision, the old one from years ago, that was
Mhm.
in that 3-pack. That one broke on me after I did the comparison in my review of the new retro West Coast Avengers version. Like I had it and I just lifted it up and the leg fell off, the hip crotch piece just cracked. I'm like, what the hell happened? It was literally just standing there. And all of a sudden I moved it once and like it was falling apart. Like what the hell happened?
Damn. But yeah, I think in general, the amount of figures that are made and the number of characters out there, like, it's pretty solid. And the Valaverse one, I think it's pretty good too. Like, it's fair to say, like, hey, new toy line. Some things, you know, they stick. Just be careful.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This one's for Panchisi.
So what's in your right hand? What figure is that?
This is Akiba Ranger. And it's a unofficial Sentai, but the premise of that show was it's based on a guy who's really into Sentai and all this stuff. And through the power of like delusions, he becomes Akiba Ranger Red, and he has a team. And the cool part is they're not officially a Rangers or Sentai season, but they're made by Bandai. So in his delusions where he's fighting people, real Power Rangers come in and they team up. And like the real actors from Japan. So he'll have Deca Red, which is SPD Red, in different episodes, and they have power-ups. They have MMPR Red and Green. So if you remember one of the SH Figuarts that has like a American like red and white stripe, I think it's collar and something. It's from that series, Akiba Ranger, even though it's unofficial. Like it's officially unofficial, and it's like a parody on itself. It knows, it's aware of all the tropes of Power Rangers and Sentai stuff. It's like, if you watch the first episode, they're like, oh no, how are we going to defeat the bad guy? And the bad guy starts boasting. And then the main hero's like, wait, this is the point. Every time a villain starts boasting, this is when they screw up or something like that. And the heroes turn around. And that's exactly what happens. So they use these plot devices as actual moves in the show. Like it's kind of meta, but it's really funny. I think there's 2 seasons.
So is it just not made by Toei kind of thing?
That I don't know. I think in one episode they even visit a Toei factory or studio, and they meet like these guys, these actors, stunt people who are in the suits, and they learn how to fight and stuff. It's crazy. And from like season 1, it's kind of basic, and then it goes into season 2. It gets even crazier, and it's a lot of fun to watch. Unfortunately for you, you'll never watch it because it's all subtitled.
Oh yeah, definitely not gonna watch it then. Yeah.
Oh, Panchisi says Akiba Ranger sounds have been included in anniversary toy lines now, so they're finally official. Oh, they're official.
Oh wow. That sounds interesting, though. If they ever do a dubbed version or something, maybe I'd give it a try.
I feel like sometimes that stuff gets lost in translation. Like there are a lot of
for sure,
a lot of movies I watched growing up in Chinese from Hong Kong, and like there's some of my favorite movies, Stephen Chow, you know, like Kung Fu Hustle, stuff like that. A lot of his early movies, I'm a huge fan of them, but in my head, I'm trying to translate them to English, and I'm like, some of these jokes just don't make sense, or the references don't work. So if they do a dub version,
people had that problem with Squid Game too. I think, right, with when they dubbed it over, like some of the things that didn't make sense or whatever. Because I watched it dubbed, I didn't watch it subtitled. Like it seemed to make okay sense to me.
You wouldn't know any better though. If it makes sense, then yeah. But
that's true. If only I could understand Korean.
There's a part of me that feels like I'm being duped. Like I'm not getting the real product. Someone's trying to fool me with something that's not real.
You know what? I get it. I can understand that.
How much Korean do you understand? None?
Very, very few things. So I'll understand certain phrases that my mom will say. So if it's like specific to, like do this, do that, things like that. That's all I would understand. I would not be able to get by or anything. Like when I went to Korea, surprisingly, there's a huge amount of English speaking everything in Korea. So a lot of people already speak English. Every sign has Korean and English. So, I mean, I was able to get by. Like there was one day where I just kind of went out into town on my own in Korea. Like I was able to figure out the subway and everything. That really wasn't a problem. But it would be hard to try and talk to certain people. But if you go into a shop or a store, they speak English, so you're good.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you just have to walk in, and is there a way to say in Korean, like, where are the Marvel Legends? Like,
well, no. Well, they
it's just
take one
English.
look at me and they know that I'm not going to speak Korean. So, but I went toy hunting in Korea. It was not pleasant because there's not a lot of Marvel Legends in Korea. There's other things, but there was not a lot in there. Like Toys R Us was cool to see, but I saw a shelf full of the Sasquatch Wave cable.
I didn't know Toys R Us was in Korea. That's dope.
There's at least one that I know of.
Like the director of Parasite said, once you overcome the 1-inch tall barrier of subtitles, you will be introduced to so many more amazing films.
I have not quite been able to get past that barrier.
Bearded Build says, how much Portuguese do you know?
I know, I would say a little bit more than I do Korean. But when my grandmother passed away, I didn't use Portuguese anymore at all because I didn't need to. She was the last one that wasn't fluent in English. So once she passed in 2005, I kind of stopped speaking it. Even my dad would have a hard time trying to speak Portuguese with people at this point. He just doesn't use it.
Toy Red Zoo says he tripped over that 1-inch barrier.
See, I'd trip too. I just can't do it.
Man. So, HasLabs, Legends, you're into those. There's this Megazord, what is it, Zap? Yeah, Zap.
Yeah, Zord Ascension project.
Are you into that?
Yeah, hell yeah. Of course. I'm looking forward to that. I know, if you have other Megazord, it's going to basically be the same thing. I know Hasbro put a little bit of a twist on it, but we'll see how they do with it. I have the Soul of Chogokin, Megazord, Dragonzord, and Titanus, and I love those things.
Damn.
So yeah. So my thing, and I'm struggling with this, is do I sell those because I'm going to get the Hasbro stuff, or do I want to keep them because they're so nice?
I say keep them. The Soul of Chogokin or whatever, it's, from what I hear, I've never had one, I've never held one, but from what I hear from everybody, they still hold up. They're the best looking. I know Panchisi has them. There he is right there. SOC Supremacy. So
they're amazing. A little wobbly in the Megazord, but amazing.
No, actually, what I meant to say was you should go all in for Hasbro. Sell those. I'll let you know what my address is.
I might sell them. I might. I'm over here looking at the boxes.
You can get decent money for those. There's like a couple $100, right? $200-$300. I don't know how much it would be.
The Megazord alone is probably $400. Yeah, so Megazord $400. Let's say Dragonzord $200 to $300. Titanus $200 minimum probably, because I think retail was $200 plus on the Titanus. The Titanus was kind of weak though. like the Legacy Megazord. It's the same build as the Legacy Zord by Bandai, but there's just some parts are diecast. If it needed to be a little bit bigger, like it's too tight to fit the Megazord into Titanus, and even the instructions even say, like, be careful or it's tight fit or something.
Dang. It just seems strange to me that they put like $100-something Megazord out and not go for a full HasLab.
Well, yeah, but they know that everyone's going to buy the Megazord. You know, if they do a HasLab, it's not going to get in everyone's hands. And do they release another Megazord so people can mass buy it, and then people are going to get mad? It's like, why did I buy the HasLab one then? I think they went the smart route of doing that. I don't know what Hasbro would do for our Power Rangers HasLab. I really don't.
But then they do have, I don't know if it's Lightning Collection, but it's a recent Hasbro release of the Megazords. You can buy the individual Zords or buy it all together. And then if you're talking about a mass-produced, mass widely available option, I thought that would be it.
Yeah, but that thing kind of sucks. It's super cheap.
There is the problem of it sucking.
Yeah, and you know, that's actually one of my like most viewed videos is that review of that Megazord. Because I got it fairly early on, like Toys R Us not Toys R Us. What the hell am I thinking? Target had started getting them. I know. Target had started getting them, and it's one of my most viewed. And people got all mad because I built it wrong. Like people.
Wait, how did you build it wrong?
Protected. Well, the tank mode. I did the tank mode wrong, and people were mad about it.
I guess when you have that many viewers and subscribers, like the gun people and the tank mode people will be more apparent.
Yeah, it's my number 2 most viewed video, at 93,000 views.
Dang.
Yeah. So that Power Rangers video did well. Other than that, my Rangers videos do not do well.
That's strange. Is it because it's early, you think?
I don't know. Some Power Rangers videos have done fairly well, depending on when I get them. But Power Rangers has been all over the place on when they release and when they come out and stuff. It's been kind of crazy.
This is my first time opening this Black Hat because I got the retro. I got a second retro one from Winners recently for $10. So I have one mint on card for my retro wave that I, in my head, will put on a wall, but in reality will never happen.
It's going to stay in a box.
Yeah, it's a box in a box. Damn it.
A box in a box. Look at that.
How cheesy.
Hasbro Pulse just emailed and said, Credit Collection Grief Karga Black Series is going to be released soon, and then the Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles Morph Donatello and Morph Leonardo are going to be shipping soon, which I forgot that I ordered that from Hasbro Pulse.
I don't even know where I ordered those. I'll have to double check the Turtle Rangers, but those are a must buy.
I better cancel my Big Bad Toy Store pre-order now before I get charged again for it. I did that with Pudgy Pig. I had Pudgy Pig ordered like everywhere. I got it from Target and got it early, and then I forgot to cancel my Dorkside order, so then I got it from Dorkside. And then Big Bad Toy Store sent me an email. I'm like, no, I need to cancel this. Luckily, I was able to get it canceled before it shipped out.
Just in time.
But I had it everywhere. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
And for people, in case they didn't watch your Pudgy Pig review, what did you think of that box set? The lunchbox.
Man, I wanted to love it. I did not. It is an overpriced shame because the regular release never should have come out before that box set.
It's weird.
They really dropped the ball there. That box set still has not released in the US though either. Like that should have
really?
been it should have been available in stock from Hasbro Pulse, but it wasn't. It was a pre-order for April. So I don't know what happened there, but I would imagine that with Pudgy Pig having released in the US, and I think there's a Target not far that has a whole shelf full of them because nobody's buying it. I'm sure a lot of people canceled their PulseCon pre-order.
That is unfortunate.
Because
Something got messed up along the way.
Yeah, because that thing was damn near double the price for that fake lunchbox, which is a shame because it should have been a real damn lunchbox.
I was excited.
If
I had to go back to the office, I'm going to use that.
I thought it was going to be a real lunchbox. They were like, "Oh, check out those lunchbox." I'm like, "Cool," and it was a box. Like, come on. And then
went from lunchbox to brown bag.
Yeah, and then the food accessories. It came with what, like 2 things? Like it should have had a little bit more. It didn't even have the sandwich with the spicy radish in it that helped defeat him.
Right.
Like, why would you not
didn't
do
have
the
that?
sandwich? No, it had a pie.
That's insane.
And a taco. That's it. And the pie had a removable slice, but that's it. So it kind of it sucked. Like I did a video and basically I'm ranting the whole time of my disappointment with it.
There are some misses with that set, but in Lightning Collection overall, there are some decisions made that were like, man, like this is really crappy for fans. Like Psycho Rangers, they released 2, and then all of a sudden they have a box set.
Yeah. You know what sucks is my box set, because I never really opened it when it came out, and so it was like months and months later, almost probably like a year later, where I actually like started taking them out because we started getting the rest of the team in space team and stuff. So I was like doing comparisons. My Psycho Pink Ranger has a broken foot.
Oh dang.
Yeah, so she can't stand, and I'm like, damn, she's probably the most important Psycho Ranger, and she can't even stand, and that sucks. I was kind of mad about that.
It's too bad. This is like almost Shriek. You know, you have that brand new Shriek with the new body and everything, and like this. Well, this was a while back. I just got it recently.
It's like a year old now.
Yeah, but the exclusive Pudgy Pig is on a lot of shelves here at GameStop Canada.
Is it? What a shame, because it could have been so good. Had it been a real lunchbox or had more food accessories or just a lower price, then it would have been cool. But the artwork on the box is cool. The concept is okay. It just I was disappointed.
Did you get through all your Lightning Collection that you have now?
No, I still only opened these 2 so far in the Steel Brigade. I got to open up some more.
Because that artwork for Lightning Collection is some of the best out there.
Yeah, Tom Whalen.
Yeah,
he does awesome stuff. I love the fact that they have one single artist for the entire line, and they're staying consistent with it.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That must be huge for a completionist.
Yeah, but I don't save the boxes.
I know. That's the whole reason I do this, to get rid of those boxes. But they're so gorgeous. Because, like you said, singular artist with uniform looking style all along the side. If you had all those boxes, it would look incredible.
And you know what? You see a lot of Power Rangers Lightning Collection collectors that have them on bookshelves with all the boxes lined up.
Yeah.
And it does look really good.
I'll take one huge poster of that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. In fact, actually, Hasbro did some posters for some of them. They didn't do anything with like the side artwork, but they would have like a few of the Rangers or something in there.
I think, was it Power Month? They released a bunch of posters.
Yeah.
There was a David Nakayama one, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really cold down here because this elbow is not bending.
I have here the Dino Charge Green Ranger. Dino Charge had a massive team too, right?
8? or was it 8 or 8? But they were never all there. Like you had your core 5,
Oh, okay.
sometimes a 6th, and then the other ones would show up here and there depending on the story, and then maybe come together all together at the end.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, how do they balance all that huge of a cast?
Imagine writing a storyline for 8 Rangers in a 24-minute episode. That'd be tough.
That would be extremely tough.
But they have a purple Ranger.
Oh, do they?
She's cool. The costume looks cool.
So that's probably was that the only Purple Ranger ever?
I cannot confirm that. Maybe Action Figgy Skinny or Poncheezy, if you're still here, will know.
That'd be pretty cool. It'd make for a good action figure, probably. Something different. Switch up the colors.
What are you looking forward to this year? You already have a lot of new stuff.
What am I looking forward to this year? I'm waiting for that damn Finster. God. That's my most anticipated figure of any line is that Finster. It just looks so damn good. Yeah. Oh, I'm so jealous.
It's so like it's an exclusive, so maybe not everyone needs it. Like you know that character, but it's like not the main villain, right? But it's part of that crew. But
yeah,
man,
had no
it is
action whatsoever.
Yeah, but the accessories and the sculpt, it is a surprise, man. It was in my top 5.
It looks so damn good. And that's why I ordered it thinking, oh, maybe I'll have it in like a week or so. EMS shipping, it's going to be quick. It's been a month. No movement whatsoever. It left China a month ago. And who knows where the hell it is. I have no idea.
That's rough.
Yeah. I'm sad.
We have
I'm glad I didn't. What's up?
I'm just shouting out some people here, but yeah, you're glad you didn't.
I'm glad I didn't order the Ecliptor and Astronema 2-pack at the same time, because then I would have been really pissed for all those to not arrive.
Did they officially announce Ecliptor? No, they did.
Yeah.
Or they announced Red Ecliptor.
They have announced Red Ecliptor. He has not gone up for pre-order yet, but he is announced.
Man Mountain 275 says, I want a Rito Revolto.
Yeah, he'd be cool. Got Rita.
I'm waiting for my eye guy.
You don't have eye guy yet?
No, it's not out yet. Here.
Really? Target somehow got it pretty early. And Dorkside was the first to get it here in the US, but they I think only had a small amount. And then Target got it. I was able to quickly get in and order, like I had in-stock notification, and I was able to order it and get it. Like East Coast got it, but none of the West Coast ever got it in store.
I'm very impressed at the capabilities of this Target website and app.
No, don't be. It's
what? Really?
It's no, because the in-stock notification, that stuff will sell out in a second. You have to essentially have the phone in your hand when the notification pops up for you to be able to get it. And if you don't have like a red card already, it's so much more difficult, because then you could check out a little bit easier. It's crazy. So it takes an insane amount of luck to be able to order anything from the Target app.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, and right now it's cool because we could see if the retro figures are in stock. That it doesn't normally work out that way. We just now it's working, and it's, you know, we're not used to it, and we're like, oh, it's so exciting, and we can go into the store now. And then you go into the store like, no, we don't. It goes out on Sunday. We do the reset. You have to come back. It's in the back somewhere. It's not located. We don't have it. So we get all of that. Then when we go to the store, like the app says buy in store, we go to the store. No, we can't sell it to you yet. It's like, what the hell?
Dang, I thought it was like, you know, you could see the stock and it would be helpful.
No, only on some of the stuff it could be helpful. But part of it is because we're early, because Target does the reset on Sunday, or the start of the reset on Sunday, where they'll redo the planograms and everything. So because that hasn't happened yet, a lot of times stores will keep all that stuff in the back until there's a home out on the sales floor for it to go. But as collectors, we can't wait.
Go in the back and find it for me.
I do that. I ask them all the time. I mean,
here comes that dude.
Like I don't be a dick about it or anything. I asked them, hey, I think you guys received this today. Do you have it in the back? Would you be able to check? Like, sure. What's the number? And then I'll give them the number and they'll check. Like, oh, well, it's not located. I'll go back there and I'll see if I can see it. Or if they put it in on a store shelf back there and locate it in their system, then it's perfect. They're like, oh, easy. Let me go grab it right now. But not all the
just be nice to your store workers, man. They're not as into the stuff as you are.
Yeah, but there's some out there too. There's one store in town where there's this lady. She had a flatbed, like boxes of stuff. Right. Okay. And I see a box of stuff that I want. I'm like, oh, there's the box right there. It was like Star Wars Clone Wars figures, the Target exclusives. I'm like, oh, there's a box right there. I just wanted to get one out of there. Can I get it? She's like, oh no, you're gonna have to wait till I get to it, maybe 30 minutes. I'm like, it's right there. Can't you just grab it? It's right there. And she's like, no. I'm like, are you kidding me? So she refused. So then I go ask a manager. I'm like, there's a box I want to get. It's right there. She says she won't get it. Is there any way that you can grab it for me? Like, oh no, you'll have to just go with whatever she says. She works toys. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. It's right there. Just open the damn box. But no, she wouldn't do it. And I'm like, it's going to take 30 seconds of your time to open this box. You're providing customer service. I'm trying to give your store money. Just open the box for me. Let me get one. And then she said, okay, well, you can only get one when she finally got to it. And then she physically walked over to the shelf, put them on the shelf, and then said, now you can get one. I'm like, come on.
Wow. So, like, it has to touch. It's like a ritual.
Yeah, it has to be on the shelf for you to buy it. We can't just hand it to you. I'm like, come on. You're just making shit up as you go. That is not... Like, that's the most ridiculous thing ever, right? And it's not like I was a dick about it. I said, hey, I'm looking for an item. I happen to see the box right there. Would you be able to grab one for me? But she said no. It's like, I'm trying to be nice. Like, it's right there.
That's rough, man.
Fun times.
But hey, you mentioned earlier you're not a huge toy photographer. But I want to mention for everyone watching, well, not just your face. How does this work? There is Enablers photo challenge, Spider-Man. So hot right now. And just encourage people to go take some photos. Spider-Man toy related, post them on Instagram with the hashtag _enabler_arachnid. And there's a lot of really cool entries. So, just grab a camera. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. There's a lot of really great entries. People of different experience and levels of toy photography. So go check it out. Tag the Enablers. We're going to review some photos on the February 4th episode of Unboxing. And I got to work on mine sometime soon. But you have all the Spider-Man figures, dude. Just...
I do have something in mind once I open the Symbiote Spider-Man figure. I do have something in mind. Like, every now and then I'll get an idea, and sometimes I just can't pull it off, or I get too frustrated and I stop trying. But I do have an idea for a figure, for a photo, and I hope I can pull it off. So I'll be sure to enter it.
Here's a good chance to, try to pull it off.
I'm gonna try.
Jason, what's going on, Jason? Work more or less. Love the photo challenge. Man, I just completely missed everything. Were you trying to be nice, or were you?
I was just reading that. I was being nice. I promise I was being nice. I wasn't. I promise I was being nice. I was.
Look how nice he's being right now. He's so nice. He doesn't.
I am generally a nice guy. I really am. But that day after that, I got pissed off. I'll be 100%. I was super pissed about it.
Oh, right. You went all. He's like, I stopped pulling punches after.
Yeah, I was like, are you kidding? Like, it's right there. Like it's not. I didn't raise my voice to her or anything like that. But I was mad. I was mad because she just flat out refused to help, and then made me follow her over to the shelf. She was in the back of the aisle. I had to walk over to the front where she put it on an end cap. Said, "Okay, but make sure you only get one." I'm like,
Man Mountain 275 says, "How was the Black Cat figure?" I think mine's been down here too long in -4 Fahrenheit because these elbows are stuck. I need to heat those. But it's kind of tough when you have Shriek and you know like what's available out there now. But maybe you can head swap it. Otherwise, it looks good.
That's the tricky thing when you open a figure that's, a year old now.
Yeah, otherwise it's simple, but they pull it off. It's a good looking figure. You get a whip and you get a cat. I don't even know what this cat is doing.
Petting her leg or something. You know what's funny is nice. I didn't really realize that until people started bringing it up now with the retro figures. If a figure is an animated series figure, and I guess that Black Cat could be an animated series figure from Spider-Man, the animated series, because you know how a lot of the figures are still comic based. Venom, I would say, is from the cartoon. Hobgoblin would be from the cartoon as well, but I guess Black Cat could be from the cartoon.
I know they have like the cartoon motif, but sometimes yeah, you're right. It's not necessarily cartoon look.
Right. But I guess, that one works as it.
Because even the Kingpin, I think, wasn't exactly show colors.
Yeah, Kingpin definitely wasn't show colors because he didn't have the blue pants and stuff like that.
Those elbows came out that way. Not sure why. Yeah, mine don't move. Like they have the swivel. Oh, my camera's not on. Smooth.
Blame the internet.
Damn it. It still looks good. Man, Power Rangers. Yeah, if they do I'd be down for a HasLab for Power Rangers. I don't know what to say about Black Series.
I don't want to get a hat. I feel bad for Black Series. I get that it was overpriced. I get that the tier unlockables weren't that great. But man, people wanted a Rancor, didn't they?
Yeah. 8,000 at least.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about Book of Boba Fett episode 3?
Yeah,
we
sure.
can talk about that, right?
Sure.
So episode 3, new Rancor, no figure to come with it. So this is like the opposite. So when you have the HasLab Razor Crest, you have the HasLab, and then the next week they blow up the Razor Crest.
I recall.
This HasLab, they have the Rancor. It doesn't make it. Then the next little bit, new Rancor in Star Wars, and now sorry you don't get the figure because you guys didn't want it. So that's too bad.
We discussed this on last week's episode. It's like, what happened? There's no communication of like, hey, there's might be an opportunity later on with this show that we have. We're gonna have this. It might help sales.
Would Lucasfilm be like, you go ahead and spoil it a little bit, tease it? No, right?
I mean, just saying that it's there, and then be like, okay, Hasbro, it's gonna be there. And you've spoken with the Hasbro Legends team. They get information for plots and characters. It happens, right?
Yeah. I don't, man. You would think that a Star Wars HasLab should have been a surefire win. Sail Barge, Razor Crest. I get that they're TVC, but I mean, Black Series is more popular than Vintage Collection, right? That might be an assumption I'm making.
Don't know. That might be my own bias because I don't do. However, I got this box from Hasbro of Star Wars stuff. I haven't posted yet, but I need to get on that. There's some vintage collection figures in there, and they're kind of tempting me, man. They look good.
You got the PulseCon Emperor Palpatine too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, they have some cool stuff for sure. It's just such a weird scale, I guess. And there was just the longest time where they were not making good 3 3/4 inch figures.
No. Like they were making the articulated ones, and then they went to like 5 POA or something.
Yeah.
So is it just a instance of somebody in charge, like they're not really into it, so they're not making it, and they're like, we'll just put it to 5 POA. And then somebody else comes in, they're like, we'll do real vintage collection again.
I think they just put so much focus into Black Series, the 6-inch, because it seemed like all of collecting was heading towards the 6-inch scale.
Yeah.
And really leaving behind, the 3 3/4 inch, like Marvel Universe, right? Everyone loved those figures, and then it just kind of died and like fell flat bad because they limited all the articulation just before they killed the line. So they kind of doomed themselves, I guess. So that's kind of like with Star Wars. It's like they stopped putting in the effort into it, and I almost feel like that with Black Series with some of the figures they have coming. I feel like the effort isn't there.
The last few Star Wars events, like reveal events, have been largely vintage collection stuff. Right? There's a lot of new vintage collection stuff, characters, figures, stuff like that.
So maybe that's why, all the single jointed goodness that Black Series is doing, maybe because they're putting more money and attention into vintage collection. It just sucks to sacrifice one over the other.
Yeah. It's a weird scale because like you and I are mostly 1/12, but like the potential for vehicles and play sets, because it's a smaller scale, it's so cool. Like you have the Tantive hallway, which I think is awesome. You get full spaceships.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Uh-oh. You gonna buy some now?
No. I'm just not. Either way, I'm not enough of a Star Wars collector. Like the only Black Series figures I have are all like the carded stuff because I'm a sucker for carded figures. Yeah, like all the credit collection. What an unnecessary line. But
and you have them all?
I have.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I ruined your delivery.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, it's just that freaking retro card, right? Just gets me. Like I gotta have it. And since I'm not a big Black Series collector, it's like it's only so much, and then they keep doing them. Like, damn it!
You're keeping them alive, man. You're enabling them.
I know. Stupid.
You single-handedly.
Coming. Nobody wanted the Black Series figure, and now I'm getting the damn credit collection figure.
I like it because it's the concept art, like at the end of the episode.
Yeah,
and that's the art that you get on the card.
Yeah, see, it's kind of cool, but it's, let's be honest, super unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta have it. I don't know. I have a problem.
I have a Grief Karga upstairs, the credit one.
Oh, you already have? Oh, see, Canada got it first.
No, I got it in the box that.
Oh, in that. Oh, okay. See, you get fancy boxes. I don't get fancy Hasbro boxes. Excuse me.
You get fancy boxes. I think it's. I don't know how it works.
I do not get fancy boxes. Hasbro has sent me 3 things. One box of stuff.
You had a reveal. Very awesome reveal.
That was really cool. So one of the things that Hasbro sent me was the figure once it was final production. I got one of those for free.
That's sweet, man. Because Ryan reminded me earlier, he was like topless Wolverine versus Compound Hulk. I completely missed the opportunity to do that kind of thumbnail.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I didn't even think about that either. But I never opened my Wolverine box set. It's still in the box for me.
I don't think we got Compound. Oh, wait, no, we did recently. I think for a week, Walmart had it in stores.
Yeah, and I think you guys got it before the US.
How are you more aware of stuff up here than I?
Oh, I watch. I'm watching.
Like, where can I order from next?
Well, because Troy posts a lot of stuff in his story and stuff of things that are in Canada, and then Wing or Lose, same thing. So I'll see all that stuff. So I see every time something's hitting Canada first, or like Toy Snowman, you know, a retailer up in Canada. I think he's here near Montreal, but so I'll kind of get an idea of when he gets stuff, and I see, you know, it's much earlier than us here in the US.
Yeah, I don't know where he orders from, but I've seen
He gets direct from Hasbro.
pretty consistently. Oh, does he?
Yeah. Direct from Hasbro distribution. They have a big warehouse in Montreal too, so he gets it real quick. He'll get it like 1 or 2 days, and he's got it once Hasbro ships to him.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
And thank you for supporting some Canadian retailers.
Mir, he's the one that runs it. He's an awesome guy. He even has a YouTube channel, and he'll post, you know, updates and videos and stuff from time to time. Real cool guy.
Yeah, the credit collection, Doombot 9000 says is pretty neat. Mando has blue and purple on the armor. He is like cell shaded. I don't know if I need those things, but having received it, they are cool.
Yeah,
like I have the first credit
cool.
one.
Yeah, Mando looks very cool. He really does.
The first credit one was Amazon, right? Mando?
They're both Amazon, I think. Yeah, they both were
Right.
Amazon exclusives.
Yeah, so in the box there's a Mando, the Armorer, and Grief Karga.
Oh, nice. GameStop had Armor. It was exclusive to them, and they shipped mine, and my card was all bent, and I was all pissed off. But I don't think they have it available still.
Carbonized is another.
Oh yeah, carbonized is super unnecessary. But I got him too. Shit.
I mean,
only
it's
Mandalorian
for somebody.
But then I'm getting heavy Mando when he gets released.
Somebody out there wants this stuff, which is, you know, more happy for them.
You know what? That's the
Happy
funny
for
thing
them to
about
get
Black Series too, is they're doing those weird things. It's like, why not just release new characters and stuff? But they get to reuse everything. Like the Holiday Troopers and all of those figures. They're cool. I know people love them, right? Papa Schmitty, I don't know if he's still in the comments. He posts a lot of funny pictures with all of them. He has them. He loves them. But like, why? You know what I mean? Not hating at all. I think they're really fun. They're pretty cool looking. But why did Hasbro make them in the first place? You know, there's no tie-in to anything other than let's repaint a figure that we have and release it. And to me,
Christmas.
Yeah, but why? Like, there's no, they're not in the movie that way. There's no comedy holiday special that has that. There's no comic book that shows that. What was the point other than easy way to make money? Like, people cry cash grab all the time with repaint. I don't necessarily agree that things are cash grabs because, one, they're a company that they're going to make money. That's what they want to do. So
that's
easy
the weird
repaint,
part to me. People are like,
easy repaint,
it's a cash grab.
Yeah, easy repaint. I don't call that a cash grab. A holiday themed Black Series line to me is a pure cash grab because there's no tie-in to it whatsoever. Like the credit collection, it could also be considered a cash grab because it's not necessary. It's literally just the end credits of a show.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're all repaints. There's no new tooling to anything other than the credits, right? So those to me are cash grabs. If you just simply repaint like the mud Mandalorian or the ice Mandalorian, to me that's not a cash grab. That is a repaint, sure. It's cheap for them to make. They're going to make money. Okay, but it is a different look for a particular moment in the show. not a cash grab to me. But holiday troopers.
Okay, I think I see.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
How you're differentiating it.
I'm not necessarily against it because companies want to make money. That's literally what they're doing, what they're in business for. But it's just, was it necessary? Like, because just not necessary. That's all.
Okay, I think I see what you mean. So, like, using a Spider-Man, same buck, but Spider-Man in comics has different costumes. If you can use that buck for the different costumes, it's not a cash grab because it's an actual thing to you. Correct. Whereas repainting something Christmas themed, yeah, I mean, Christmas stuff, people go crazy for Christmas stuff and Star Wars. Put it together.
Yeah, that is what I would consider the quote unquote cash grab because it's just, it's not necessary. It's literally to make more money, as opposed to getting a different type of trooper or a different rank of trooper or a different moment in time in a scene of a trooper, that kind of thing.
I think the criticism is that there are a lot of different troopers, to use that one example, that's the majority of Black Series stuff that's coming out. Like, you're always getting new troopers and different things. But hey, I say all this stuff. I love those Christmas ones.
No, they're fun. They're fun. I'm not hating on them. But again, they're not necessary. But I just don't understand the point of why they even made them, other than to simply make money. Because you're not trying to get new characters out. You're just trying to get money out of wallets. More so than normal business practices.
I think traditionally, having decorations with Star Wars stuff is pretty common. Like, you can get Lego Christmas Star Wars characters and like an advent calendar, ornaments, things like that. I don't think the Black Series thing was a big deal. It's one of those, like, get it from the different retailer things. So it's a way to appease their retailer exclusives also.
Yeah, and I could be overthinking it too, where it could be as straightforward. You're right. It's just, I think action figure, isn't a decorative item, but I do understand what you're saying.
I have a question. Do you hate Christmas?
I do not. I love Christmas. Love Christmas.
Me too, man. Just it was a good combination. And that new wave that got leaked out, that person at Frankenstein's had it. They had like ugly sweater deco on and an all white Wookiee.
Yeah, that kind of sucks that they haven't announced it, or I don't know what the issue of why they are not releasing it, or if it was really because of the logistics issues of making sure those things would reach retailers in time. But man, you think some of that stuff they should have planned ahead. And I don't really know what's going on with what the factories are all producing, what they're shipping and stuff. But it's unfortunate that they didn't make it before Christmas. Yeah,
I think it's something to do with that, because if they get it after Christmas, it's super lame. Like, all the Christmas stuff is on clearance on shelves, and you're like, here's a new wave of Black Series and paid regular price and keep it until 11 months from now. Like, it has to be some sort of logistics issue, or else you wouldn't who wouldn't want to make that Christmas money? That's where a lot of companies make their hugest sales throughout the year, right?
Yeah, so it sucks they weren't able to make it in time, because I know people would buy the hell out of them. People would really want them. So it sucks that those that want them couldn't get them for this Christmas, because there are some funny ones. So, hopefully they don't sit on them until next Christmas and people have a chance to get them. Because I think even now, people I think would buy them. They wouldn't wait.
If I saw them now, yeah, I would buy it, because, like you said, I don't want to risk the chance of not having it in December. but I don't know how much of the market is as crazy as we are, right?
Yeah, definitely, definitely not as great. Maybe like do a Pulse release because they know that people that are shopping on Pulse are primarily collectors. So let's
Don't
say
do
they
that.
do a limited availability of them on Pulse or something. You know, because they have to have a large quantity, and they know that not everyone's going to be buying them now. So I would think, hopefully, you know, those that really want them would be able to if they did something like that. And I think they should. I hope they do for those that really wanted them. I think that'd be cool.
Yoko says, trust me, shipping is ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't.
Apparently, Yoko is queen of the seas.
She would know, though, right?
Yeah, she would.
know.
Lady Poseidon over here. Is there a Lady Poseidon? Kyle. What's going on, Kyle? Happy Thursday. Very late. But he is opening a Mafex Batman. Thanks to 796. Oh, you got it. Congratulations. Sky Rider says, to me, a holiday Gamorrean guard Santa's helper is a no-brainer. What would be a Santa's helper? Like an elf?
Yeah, wouldn't that be an elf? Wouldn't they do a little droid for that instead? Although Gamorrean guard would Santa, yeah. So if they do that, or if they did a Jabba, like if they re-release Jabba with a Santa hat, and then do a Gamorrean guard as a Santa helper,
as a Mrs. Claus,
could do something like that.
Fortuna Mrs. Claus. So I'm surprised they haven't re-released the Jabba.
Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, see, you just manifested it into existence. It's coming next year then now.
They just have to paint two of them, and now you have twins.
Yeah.
It's been a while. That was second wave of Black Series? Around there.
Yeah, because they had some of those deluxe releases, right? And there was a Comic-Con exclusive version too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are old. You would think they would do a new one, especially with, you know, Book of Boba Fett. You know, I think a lot of people correlate the two characters and stuff.
We're talking once again about planning.
Yeah.
Something was dropped there. Yoko says, I'll give you an example. We have a container. Oh, this is my Yoko voice, by the way. I'll give you an example. We have a container that has just been chilling at the port since 12/9 and still not unloaded. Oh, Poseidon is not happy.
Damn, that's a long time.
It's over a month ago. That's rough.
That's crazy. And then that wasn't even like peak of craziness. I can't imagine what peak of craziness would have been. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
We've been chatting for a little bit. You have more stuff to open?
I still have 5 more Power Rangers figures.
Do you need to go anywhere?
I do not. No, I do not. So I'm going to move on to the metallic.
Speaking of repaints, do you call that one repaint or a cash grab?
That's a repaint. I wouldn't call it a cash grab because the metallic armor was a thing in season 3.
Yeah, I guess. We should have a segment called repaint or cash grab.
Now, if they did a Christmas themed Power Ranger set, then yes, cash grab.
And I would buy it. Grab my cash.
I would too, though. That's the thing. Like, because I'm a completist with the Lightning collection. I'm not with Star Wars Black Series. So I'm clear.
Okay.
But I can still admit if something is a cash grab or not. That wouldn't stop me from buying. I'm just calling it what it is.
Man Mountain 275 says, okay, so do you like the cell shaded Pink Ranger?
I am not a fan of cell shaded figures. I have it on pre-order, and hopefully GameStop will ship that soon. But
How do you keep immediately contradicting yourself all the time?
no, because the cell shaded Pink Ranger, that's a comic figure. That's not
Oh
from
my
the
God.
show. So it makes sense. What I'm scared of is they will release every Ranger in a cell shaded version, which will suck. But what I will say about that cell shaded Ranger, it does have nice accessories because it has some of the blasters and stuff that you would not normally be able to get.
Mhm.
So that
I love
that is. But hopefully GameStop ships that soon.
Yeah. We have them here too. Just saying.
Yeah, I've had it for a long time too, right?
Sorry.
And you guys have the Zeo, the pink 2-pack with the cat 2-pack with Mighty Morphin Pink and Zeo Pink. GameStop hasn't shipped those out yet.
It's
so once they do that, my Zeo team will be complete once they do that.
I haven't even gone back to rewatch Zeo. I bought that Megazord because of your tip.
It's cheap. You can't beat the price. What did I do with mine? Oh, I have it way up here.
I've seen that Andros exclusive peg warming hard in a lot of posts.
It is. Like people were going crazy for it when it first dropped, but now people don't care.
It's very, very niche.
Yeah, it is. But it was cool. I didn't mind.
You get
I
the
like
all
seeing,
black.
Yeah, I like seeing In Space get some love.
Kyle says Rito Revolto and Santa Claus 2-pack. I'd get that.
I would too.
Kirby Kai. Good to see you in the chat. Cap lives. Happy belated birthday. Was it recent? Was it Cap lives? No, I sound like an idiot.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
Yes.
Speaking of Cap lives, while we're talking about Rangers, he has one of my favorite photos of all time. Was the meme with the two, like the screaming lady, she's pointing, and then there's the cat at the table.
Yeah.
So he did a picture with the Mighty Morphin Red at the table, and I think Time Force Red holding back In Space Red, and one saying like, "You're not even a top 3 season," and then Red Ranger's is like, "LOL, okay." It is my favorite figure photo of all time. I laugh
of all time.
Of all time, I die laughing every time I look at it. I die laughing because first because of the meme, it's hilarious, and then his posing in the picture, they're just like standing there, so it's like, oh, big deal. But the way he has them posed,
here it is,
perfect.
I think that's his October, meme me out day.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that is my favorite toy photo of all time.
You aren't even a top 3 season. Time Force? That's Time Force, right?
That's Time Force Red and In Space Red, yeah.
We did a group watch on Discord for Time Force, and man, it was tough to get through.
I watched a couple of episodes, I think, and it did not grab my attention.
Right?
Yeah. Have you tried watching Lightspeed Rescue? Oh, God. That one's bad.
I'm still trying to finish RPM.
RPM? Was RPM good?
It's got a very different feel to it, very different vibe. It doesn't feel like cheesy after-school special, teaching kids a lesson kind of deal.
Oh, that's what Power Rangers is supposed to do, I thought. That Red Ranger in RPM, wasn't he the guy from Jessica Jones?
I think so.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of crazy when I found that out.
But another killer photo. Damn, man. Caplives isn't putting out quality work. Everyone go follow Caplives on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. He does great. Yeah, he does great stuff. But that Power Rangers one, man, I can't get enough of that one.
Yeah, he's consistently grinding and putting out, and it's not just one theme. Like he's got
Look at
he-
the other Power Rangers
everything.
one right there with Pudgy Pig.
My bad, I didn't like it yet. I think I saw this on the ACBA page though.
See,
I don't like clicking
it's like
people's photos anymore.
it's like the little things, right? These are the things that I would have the hardest time doing. But if you look at his posing of the black and blue Ranger, like it's those little things in his photos that I notice above anyone else's, is just the subtleties of how everyone is posed.
He's
You know what I
pulling
mean?
back Billy there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
RPM might be his favorite season.
I've heard a lot of good things. I've heard a lot of people say RPM was their favorite season.
What I was recommended was In Space, SPD, RPM, and then I think that was afterwards. It's like whatever, it doesn't
not
really
even
matter.
Lost Galaxy?
That might have been recommended, but I'm still pretty behind. That might be next. There's a lot of seasons.
I've watched a little bit of Lost Galaxy. It's pretty good. No, it's no In Space.
Yo, bearded
or
builds.
anything.
But hey, we can watch on the Discord if anyone is interested. There is a enablers Discord where there's a whole bunch of different topics where we can talk about different toy brands, action figures, themes. We can do more live watches. I'm going to drop a link to this works. Discord in the chat. It's also in the YouTube video description, so if you want to check that out and join us and talk about more toys if this isn't enough for you. RPM is a top season, especially after those late Disney years being forgettable.
Well, what was the first Disney one? That was not Dino Thunder was the first Disney one, right? And that one was
I
probably
watched
only
Dino
good
Thunder
because of Tommy was in it.
Yeah, I guess it was all right.
Wait a second. Not a Tommy Oliver fan?
I don't have an issue. There are obviously people out there who are not. Well, I guess Chamba, for example, if you know Chamba, he's like, he was good as a sixth ranger. They didn't have to keep using him as the main for like so many going forward.
That's probably fair because Turbo is forgettable. Zeo, I don't remember a whole lot either, but I don't remember hating it or anything. And I don't know. I thought he was okay, but by that time, I guess when he was the White Ranger, he became the leader of the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So I really liked him as green and white. Green more than white. But he'll still always be my favorite Ranger just because of, the nostalgia of it from when I was a kid.
It's just strange that, like, how do you make Red not the leader anymore?
Yeah, but as a kid, what did I know? I look back on it like, what the hell did they do? Knowing now, I'm like, wait a second, what? Because I don't remember that happening. And then people were saying they made Rocky look like, look bad because he wasn't even the leader. I'm like, really? He wasn't? And then I watched that episode. I'm like, oh, damn, that he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Well, actually, Jason was still there when White first started, right?
But I don't think he was still kind of the leader, wouldn't you say?
No, because Zordon straight up said he's the new leader of the Rangers.
All right. Mr. Jones is in the chat. Or Cap lives. Cap lives in like MMPR, so he doesn't know.
Cap
My
lives.
headphones
Wait,
are.
Cap lives doesn't like MMPR. I mean, I can't
Cat
watch
Lives
it now.
Cat Lives likes a lot of the properties that we like, but he is from a different era. So his key show or version isn't the same as some of ours.
Okay, well, he does a great job with photography, though, at least.
Oh,
Oh, he likes the comments.
undoubtedly. I gotta figure out how this headphone works. How many of the glitter Rangers are out?
All 5 have been released.
And you have all of them?
Yeah, Pink came out last year, a full year ago, and then the 4 others came out in December. So the last one is red to open. But they have not announced White Ranger, and they said, come on, we have to do Tommy, right? So we know it's going to come at some point. Just don't know.
Did you get the Ninjetti?
I have them on pre-order through Target. They're Target exclusives for us.
I don't even know how to get them. I don't think I need those. I want the Sentry.
Sentry looks cool. You don't want the Ninjetti? I hear, from what I've
I don't
heard,
really care.
regardless if you like Power Rangers or not, they're really good figures. Assuming yours had all the accessories included in the box.
Yeah, I've seen those too. With the missing head.
Missing heads is missing heads. Some of them had missing heads. I heard some had different heads in them too. And then I know somebody that had 2 left feet on his Tommy figure and all kinds of weird stuff going on with those. So I don't know what the deal is. Hopefully when they get to Target, that is not a problem. But that is wild. But I'm really excited for those figures. And then rumor has it, because they haven't announced red and yellow Ninjetti yet, rumor has it that it might be a 2-pack. Which I think is odd, because immediately I think ketchup and mustard.
That's why it's odd?
Yeah, that's the only reason why it's odd. I don't. Come on, I'm not going to be the only one making a ketchup and mustard joke if that comes out in the 2-pack.
All right, I expect to see it in your review.
Oh, for sure. I'm going to bring out a bottle of ketchup and mustard and say, "Look, I opened the package. Here we go, guys."
You shouldn't have told everyone. Ruins the element of surprise. Those are okay.
By the time we get those figures, nobody's going to know. It's going to be forever before Target gets them.
I thought you were going to say by the time we get it, no one will be eating ketchup or mustard anymore. Yeah, man, they're exclusives. They're tempting, but you can't go all in. You got to cut back somewhere. Not for Bryant, though. He's a completionist. When I chose to be a completionist, it's like you changed a new religion.
I chose. I mean, it was a conscious decision because I didn't start that way with Lightning Collection. I was strictly doing Mighty Morphin and Zeo. Because and I would do Turbo if they ever do Turbo. But then I was like, oh, well, I'm going to do In Space because I watched it. I'm like, you know what? I might as well just get them all.
That's where I am. I have figures that I haven't even seen the show for, like Magna Defender. No idea what he is.
Lost Galaxy.
He was in the comics, and then I saw some clips on the YouTube, and his sword turns into a rifle, which is insane, and one of the best ones that they've done for me.
Yeah. See, like these 2 shows, I haven't watched these 2 shows, and yet here I am with the figures. I've thought about cutting back on Lightning Collection and only going with Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo if they ever do it, In Space, maybe Lost Galaxy. So I've thought about that, and I might do it. I just haven't decided yet. Because In Space was the end of the Zordon era.
Right.
Although, you know, if In Space made an appearance in Lost Galaxy, so then you kind of, Well, it's like, well, if they did, then Lost Galaxy should. So I might, if I cut back on anything, that's what I would do. The first thing I would cut is, the seasons of Power Rangers that I haven't watched.
I would try that. Hey, at the end of that episode when Zordon says "smash my tube," and Lord Zed turns back into not back into, he turns into a human. Who's that? Because he removed all the evil in the universe. So was he?
Right.
Are they saying he was a human and then he became that evil and then became Lord Zed? Because it kind of contradicts with what's happening in Power Rangers comics right now.
Well, not even in comics right now. Lord Zed was in the newest season of Power Rangers. Yeah,
but it was like a monster who brought back old villains or something like that. So yeah, the comics have done such a good job of filling in the spaces during MMPR because, it was a children's geared show where they patched things together. So there was a lot of gaps. So the comics have been doing a decent job of that. But like, that's the one thing with this whole Zordon thing. They're doing a really cool, Zed thing. They're doing a really cool story right now, but that's the one thing that doesn't make sense, which isn't a big deal.
Yeah, some of that stuff you kind of have to just ignore because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like it's for kids, Kevin.
Yeah, right.
Moon Knight. Want to talk about Moon Knight real quick, and then maybe we can wrap it up in a little bit after that. If anyone has more questions, Moon Knight trailer just dropped this week. Do you think we're gonna get more merch? What was the last Marvel Legend? It was a exclusive.
The stealth Captain Carter. The last Marvel Legend to get released was the Captain Carter figure.
No, the last Moon Knight.
Oh, the last Moon Walgreens exclusive.
Right. I don't know. What do you think of the trailer? Chat, what do you think of the trailer? Are you excited for it? Are you a fan of Moon Knight? I've never read any Moon Knight comics until this trailer came out.
Yeah, I'm not real familiar either. I hear a lot of good things about the character. I'm excited for a couple of reasons. MCU has not failed me yet.
Okay.
And Oscar Isaac, phenomenal actor.
Absolutely.
And I've loved everything that he's been in. The first thing I saw him in was The Bourne Legacy with Jeremy Renner, because I was a big Jeremy Renner fan, and I loved the Bourne movies, the Matt Damon Bourne movies. So when Bourne Legacy came out, I'm like, oh, damn. Like, that's going to be awesome. It's Jeremy Renner. It's a Bourne movie, and Oscar Isaac was in it, and he was awesome in it. So I'm a big fan of Oscar Isaac.
Two things. I did not remember Oscar Isaac being in that. Yeah. Secondly, I didn't know there were big Jeremy Renner fans.
There's a couple of things. So Jeremy Renner's from Modesto. I live in Modesto. So that's probably what kind of the reason why I guess I kind of...
Oh, he's a hometown hero?
Yeah, kind of, I guess. So George Lucas, Jeremy Renner, Timothy Olyphant. That's all we got.
I mean, so George Lucas...
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Maybe you've heard of him.
Yeah, Timothy Olyphant. He was the fake Boba Fett in Mandalorian season.
No, he's the real Boba Fett.
He's the real Boba Fett.
He's the real Boba Fett. I am Boba Fett.
And Jeremy Renner. So that's pretty cool. I mean, so when like Hurt Locker came out and he was nominated for an Oscar, I'm like, okay, who the hell is this Jeremy Renner guy? Oh, he's from Modesto. That's pretty cool. Hurt Locker was a pretty good movie. So since then, I kind of not like followed his. I don't watch like every movie he's in, but the Bourne movie I thought was a big deal. I'm like, oh, okay, this actor's pretty good. I love the Bourne movies, and I love the Bourne movies when I feel like nobody ever even heard of them. So I'm like, okay, this will be a good movie, and I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies, Bourne Legacy.
Damn.
Yeah, and so Oscar Isaac, he didn't have like a real big role in it, but he had enough of a role.
I feel like between George Lucas, Timothy Olyphant, and Jeremy Renner is like the Hawkeye of that team.
What What great thing has Timothy Oliphant done? He did a
Deadwood.
show. I haven't seen the show, so I can't comment on that.
Deadwood, and he was the best Boba Fett we had seen up until season 2, episode 4 of The Mandalorian. So those are pretty good credits.
You know what? That's actually pretty fair, because I would agree with that. Because Boba Fett was not. I'm probably going to piss off whoever's in the chat. Boba Fett was not a good character. I don't care what anybody tells me. Boba Fett in the original trilogies was garbage. He did nothing. He didn't even capture Han Solo. It was handed to him. So Boba Fett did nothing. I don't care what Legends series, comics, book stories, books. I don't care about any of that. I'm talking official canon. Boba Fett in TV movies did nothing. Nothing. And then season 2 Mandalorian, I'm like, okay, this is a Boba Fett I can get behind. This is what everybody's been telling me Boba Fett is. Here he is in Mandalorian season 2. I was like, Boba Fett, finally, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then Book of Boba Fett came out, and I'm back to square one.
We were friends before, but I think we've just taken it to a new level, because anyone in the chat still watching who is familiar, that is how I felt about Boba Fett. That's how, Yoko and Paul feel about Boba Fett, and that's kind of what we bonded over during our streams. And it's great to have another one on the team. That is hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, it's when I was a kid, I think it was like, well, Boba Fett's cool, but you watch the original trilogy, it's like, okay, I'm waiting for him to do something. He's just kind of standing there. Okay. Trying to get Han Solo. Okay, cool. He's following them. And then, Darth Vader's like, here you go. Like, wait a second. What did he do?
Nothing. No, nothing.
And then what does he do? He gets hit by a blind guy, hits the side of a sail barge, and falls into the Sarlacc pit. He did nothing. I'm like, why is Boba Fett so cool? He's got a good look to him, sure. Did nothing.
Thank you. That couldn't make me any happier. That was perfect. I love that I wanted to talk about Moon Knight, and it turned into all of the Boba. All of the Boba shade.
Yeah. Oh, so we're gonna go back to Moon Knight. It looks very interesting. I think what's really going to sell it for me is Oscar Isaac, because I think he's going to act the hell out of it, and he's going to portray the split personality craziness perfectly, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. Seeing new figures and new things come out introduces me to comics and other content that I haven't had a chance to really experience for myself. So after seeing the trailer, I went to my friend. I'm like, so what are some comics that I should get into? So I started reading this 2006, I think it was 2006 run of Moon Knight, and it's pretty gruesome and interesting. And I'm curious to see how that goes and how that works for the show. Cap lives. It's not slander if it's true, my friend. It is not Boba slander, because it is factually correct.
Yep. 100%.
And if you would like to hear more Boba facts, we were going to break down episode 4 tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. 9:05 gives me a few more minutes of breathing room. And this episode was better, but not crazy. There's a line in that episode that I feel very much embodies Boba Fett, how I feel about him. He says, without my armor, I'm not as...
Oh, yeah. What did he say?
Persuasive. Without my armor, I'm not as persuasive. And the whole thing of people with OT that are like, but he looks so cool in his armor. Okay, he looks cool. That's it. Without my armor, I'm not as persuasive. That argument is gone. You can't tell me that he is a Boba Fett, the most badass bounty hunter in the galaxy. My friend Paul calls him the most fallingest bounty hunter. in the galaxy.
Right,
So
George Lucas literally wrote
George Loki is a variant.
He literally put the clumsiness, right? Because that stupid stormtrooper that bonked his head in episode 4, right? They like went back and made it like Boba Fett was clumsy, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, or Jango Fett was clumsy. So then it's like, what? Like,
Wait, was Jango Fett clumsy?
he wasn't the most badass, right? They did something because but even the stormtroopers weren't all clones at that time, right? So I don't know. It was all
I don't
weird.
think they had. After watching Bad Batch, there's close to no clones left at that point. They were all, because in Bad Batch, it's the fight between conscripted soldiers and using clones, and they destroyed Camino. But I think even then, it's during A New Hope. Those are all conscripted soldiers.
So at the time, because this was before any of the animated shows. Now I haven't seen a single animated show of Star Wars.
Okay.
But
Whoops.
At the time, because none of the animated shows were there, were the stormtroopers clones, or was that simply retconned by the animated series?
There weren't even clones to begin with.
The stormtroopers weren't clones?
No, sorry. They do mention the Clone Wars, because Obi-Wan mentions the Clone Wars
in episode 4
to Luke, but
yeah,
I don't think it was that the stormtroopers were clones. No.
But okay, so my thought was that the stormtroopers were clones. I had always believed that, because I thought the clone troopers from the prequel trilogy, those were the clones, and the stormtroopers then came out of those clone troopers. Before the animated series had come out, I thought I remember there was something about, because of that one stormtrooper, that actor that hit his head on the damn thing, that they said that based on that, or maybe it was that they're not, I don't know. I thought there was something about that. And so with Jango, they did something to make him, because I thought there was something about him being clumsy and something. I'm all curious about it now.
No, they were not clones in A New Hope when they came out, and then it's further given, like the background is more fleshed out throughout Clone Wars, obviously prequels and Bad Batch. I just love how I tried to bring it back to Moon Knight a second time, and it's we got away from how clumsy Jango Fett was. Are you looking it up now?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm curious, because I remember specifically me reading something about it. Yeah, there's something on Reddit.
Oh, can't hear anything again.
Can't hear me?
Uh-oh.
No? Testing. Can't hear?
Hold on 1 second. I'm really tired of this.
Bryant making his own cannon. In my head. My own head cannon.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're back.
Okay.
And we're back. What have you found?
Nothing.
Nothing. What I do like is that the stuff that's happening there are some things happening in the book of Boba Fett that parallel things he's done as a younger character in the Clone Wars cartoons.
Sorry, what?
No, like the train heist in episode 2?
2?
Yeah. Someone mentioned that a younger Boba Fett did a similar heist in the cartoon. So I think that kind of stuff is cool. Like, just stuff from the character's past, from other media or other mediums, they put it into that too. So that's dope.
What cartoon did he do that in?
Clone Wars, I believe.
Oh, see, I did not watch Clone Wars.
It's all good, man. You're a completionist. You should go back and complete watching all that stuff. Polymyth says the only comic Moon Knight I've seen was when he appeared in Ultimate Spider-Man for a few issues. And I should rate the Boba episodes by Boba drink. That's actually pretty cool. If I could have like 4 cups of boba on the screen for each episode. So far, they're all one cups. Not great. Sorry,
no.
you Boba Fett apologist.
I think expectations were probably too high after Mandalorian, maybe, or this is probably gonna be a controversial one. Jon Favreau just doesn't have it in him to always make classics, because we had Iron Man 1, then we had Iron Man 2. We got Mandalorian, and now we got Book of Boba Fett. Something to think about.
It has to do with okay, so everyone who thinks that Boba Fett was a badass in the OT have built him up in their heads. He's a badass. Now, when they see him in Mandalorian season 2, he is a badass. You know, he's smoking stormtroopers up the side of the head with his gaffy stick and just crushing them. And they're like, here's the Boba Fett that I want. Finally, right? Redemption, all that stuff. I hear it. But then the story where the character is going in the new show, that's not what he's trying to do. Like, so you set him up to be this thing, you give a little bit more, and then you kind of pull it all back. And then of course it's like I was hoping to see like this ruthless mob boss Boba Fett do crazy stuff, but that's not what his character is doing right now. So it's like it kind of got flipped around. Cap Lives says this week's episode was my least favorite. Robert Rodriguez is all over this show and doesn't fit to. Yeah, we will talk about that extensively tomorrow night, and there's a lot in there, and I'm sure we'll hear from Paul and Ernie and Yoko about the airing of their grievances as well. Hey, Toy Snowman's here. I mean, I really like Boba Fett so far. I also know a few people didn't like Mando maybe at the start. I went back to watch Mando, and it's very, very different.
Yeah, see, I thought Mando started off strong.
Mando is everything. A lot of stuff in Boba Fett seems like it's out of universe. Like it's modern, our world. And when you go back into Mando, it's like you're in Star Wars. It's pure Star Wars. I'm into like trying new things and doing new things. Like I get it. You don't want to rehash the same thing over and over, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, see, but it's at the expense of one of the most beloved badass characters, Boba Fett.
Tomorrow will be fun, and man, I need to make some stickers or something. That's like, what was it that Panchisi said? All tea and no boba, something like that. Well, that's tomorrow. I hope everyone, Star Wars fans, toy collectors, come check it out tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Anyone have any more questions for Bryant? Wait, so Moon Knight, you're excited? Yeah, Oscar Isaac.
Yes, I am. I am excited. I know there's a lot of worry about Disney, and are they going to put in enough violence and all this and that in it?
Yeah.
And I really don't know. I think Disney can surprise us. I don't expect to see a lot of blood or anything like that. So, but I don't think blood equals violence. I know it helps enhance violence. But I think we'll be surprised. But I definitely think there's going to be people that will be disappointed. But I think we'll be in for a pretty good show. I mean, I haven't disliked anything Marvel has done yet, except Inhumans, but that was Marvel Entertainment, not Marvel Studios.
Oh, I still have to watch Eternals.
You haven't seen Eternals yet? So a lot of people don't like it, and okay, that's fine. I enjoyed it, but it is a very different type of MCU movie.
Okay. Yeah, I have that going in, like try not to expect the same same other movies, superhero movies, but from the few issues of Moon Knight that I've read, it's very graphic and gruesome. It seems like it'd be like, how would you feel if you were a Punisher fan and then Punisher was on Disney Plus instead of Netflix first? Like, it would be a very different vibe.
Yeah.
So, but if you're going in fresh, if I hadn't read the comics, maybe it would still work. I guess Disney stuff, they do a decent job of showing violence and cutting things away when there's like anything being severed or dismembered, decapitations and things.
So think Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? What's his name? John Walker Cap, right? Hitting the dude with the shield. Shield is covered in blood, so there was some of that. Yes, we didn't see the shield going into the guy. Do we need to see that though?
No.
Right.
No, you didn't.
I'm of the opinion that it's not necessary that we see the shield hitting the guy and his guts and head falling off and flying away. But that's me. I know other people prefer to see that kind of thing. But I think Disney, I have faith in Kevin Feige that he will give us something true to Moon Knight in the cinematic universe that he has, essentially created. I think he's going to do right by the character.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's earned it for us to like give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see where it goes first. Again,
I agree.
I don't know why I'm saying this. I'm not a huge Moon Knight fan. I've read like 4 issues. But hey, if Boba Fett can get punched in the face with vibro knuckles with spikes on it by a Wookiee and also like get his hand bitten and have no blood, they'll figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
What's up, AI's Collectibles? So man, what can we look forward to from you in the next few weeks, this year? More reviews. What kind of stuff would you like to tell people about?
So reviews is still going to happen. That's still primarily what you're going to see from me. So Retro Spider-Man in the next day or two. I don't know that I'm going to get to one tonight. I know I said I was going to do one tonight, I might not. Doctor Strange, courtesy of Toy Snowman, I put in my order. He shipped out right away. So nice. Shout out to Toy Snowman in Canada for getting more figures first over the US. So those will be coming up. So as soon as I get those, I will immediately get into the reviews. So I'm really looking forward to those figures because I really want to see how that Doctor Strange compares to the No Way Home Doctor Strange.
Right.
And that Mordo figure looks awesome. I'm really excited for that Master Mordo figure.
Well, I'm going to look forward to seeing your reviews on those.
And that's really all I have. So just more reviews. I don't know what else might be coming beyond the Doctor Strange figures, when we might even see new legends and stuff. At some point, I know I've said it before, but I know I have like these head sculpts.
Yes. Why did we wait till now to talk about it? We had through all this Power Ranger talk.
I keep forgetting that I have these. So I have these printed head sculpts. They're not painted. But at some point I will sell the non-painted heads because I don't paint. I can't do something like this. This is I am 978 Customs pounds. He painted this for me. I commissioned him to paint it. So you could have a Spider MCU Ranger helmet if you know how to paint. So at some point I'm going to sell those head sculpts.
It's really nice. When we met up at Designer Con, you hooked me up with a few of those. Thank you. I don't know how to paint either, but someone's gonna do it, or maybe they have like a there you go.
See, I don't know how to paint. That's why this one's still gray.
It's just a finger puppet at this point. Bruce Brian Rocky Manzo says, "What's good, MCU and touring around? Watching from Manila. What's going on? Good afternoon." Classic Doctor Strange and the Doctor Strange wave has dropped here 2 weeks ago. Just saying.
Jealous.
Thank you for popping in, leaving a comment, and to brag. I love it.
The Philippines usually gets figures before us, right? I know there's times where they don't, but for the most part, I think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the Hasbro stuff is when you see them early here, like it's around the same time over there that they have some releases. But yo, man, I'm glad to we got a chance to meet last year.
Yeah, that was cool.
And chatting, more and more about toys, and also the cool part is getting a chance to talk to you, finding out that friends are also not fans of Boba Fett is a huge plus to me, and that was so awesome, completely unexpected and a wonderful surprise. But everyone, please go. I hope you're already subscribed to MCU Collector here on YouTube. Lots of new figures, new reviews, toy hunts. Well, the results of his hunts and new figures on his Instagram. So go check him out. Just thanks for coming on, man. It was a lot of fun, and we could talk about toys for a long time, and somehow whatever happens, it all comes back to how terrible OT Boba Fett was. On that note, tomorrow night, the Book of Boba T, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, right here. You can catch me on Instagram at Toying Around. I post some toy stuff on the website toyingaround.ca, so that means it's from Canada. Go bookmark that. All these links and things will be posted there. And tomorrow night, I hope everyone subscribe. Thank you for coming out. Go catch the Toy Migos right now. They're on with Fobster360. Famous Star Wars actor as of late. So
best part of Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It was cool to see. And last week he hopped on, so go check out that episode of the Book of Boba Tea here on the channel if you haven't yet. And thank you everyone who's still watching. Appreciate you, Bryant. Thank you for opening your toys with me.
Yes. Can I answer one question real quick? Toy Snowman.
Yes,
because I've gotten this question a couple of times. One question: what's the 24 at the end of your name? MCUCollector24. So there is no real big story to it. My birthday happens to be on the 24th of November. So when creating a screen name prior to me doing reviews or anything, I was like, okay, well, MCUCollector24, and it just kind of stuck and did that. Now I can just say, well, I'm MCUCollector24 like all day. I use that as kind of how it is now.
Then you got to add a 7. You're going to be 247, man.
247. Yeah, maybe. All day, every day, right?
Exactly. Toy hunts and reviews nonstop. That's cool, man. Or like you can just say MCU Collector 1 to 23 was already taken.
Yeah. There's some fake accounts out there. I think there was an MCU Collector 42 out there somewhere or something.
Yo, everyone, if you're still on, protect your Instagram accounts, man. Turn on that 2-factor notification. Go download your recovery codes from the settings and save it, because these people hacking these accounts, I don't know what's going on, but
relentless.
Within the last 3 weeks, I've known so many people who got their accounts hacked, and thankfully some of them got it back. But protect your accounts, man.
Don't click on some random ass weird looking link that your friend, somebody sends you. Like, why would they send you some weird random account saying, "Oh, I'm locked out of Facebook. I need your help." Like, what? Don't.
If they need help recovering their password or something like that, run. Just close that message. Don't even long press to click and copy whatever they're asking you. It's fake. Ask them to send a picture of themselves with today's newspaper.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I did today.
But you had another one today?
My friend got his account back. He made a video. It's like, oh, thanks everyone for following my new account. But, I was able to get the old one back. I'm like, hey, congratulations, but I still don't believe you. Send me a picture of yourself. Because they're real people. They're not bots. Like, people comment. I forget who posted it, but they're like, they comment and they reply to you. With
They try. A buddy of mine, his account got hacked. He had like 1,000 followers or something, and he lost the account, couldn't get it back. And now he's trying to build it back up, and he doesn't have the same following that he did. And I'm bummed out because someone else got hacked, and that person, he thought it was the real person, and he accidentally clicked the link, and that's how they got him.
So go to Instagram settings, go to security, and then there's something called recovery codes. They're like specific codes for you to recover your account at some point. I took a screenshot of that and I saved it. You can send it to yourself in an email. Do whatever you need to store it. Protect yourself.
Yeah.
And that is my Power Rangers themed PSA. Very fitting for all the Ranger talk today.
Yes.
Good night, everyone. Oh, you already left. You hop back in. Thank you for watching and keep touring around. Peace.